Did all that. I forgot to press the go live button.
There we go. We're live now. Well, that's how it's been.
Smashing, man. How are you doing? How you doing, Bobby?
Yeah, going well, Lee. How are you?
Yeah, man. Just about awake.
Just about right.
Yeah. Are we actually on YouTube? I'm trying to check if we're actually streaming or not.
Cheers for everyone that's tuning in so far. Feel free to put a question down in the comments or what you think your predictions are for the game.
Yeah, let us know what's going on. We've got teams in. Greg, you going to talk us through the teams?
Yeah, we'll start off as expected. Dubravka keeps his position in goal. That's inevitable. Manquillo, thankfully, stays in the squad too, as does Lewis. Lascelles inevitably being captain makes his position back in the squad. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I think Fernandez had a cracking game. One person who I'm so pleased to see in the squad for the starting 11 is Almiron. I think having an attack of Almiron, Joe Linton, Wilson, and Joe Linton. Did I mention him? Joe Linton, Wilson, Almiron, and St. Maximin. I think them four running towards you is going to scare a good amount of defenders today, which would be great. In midfield, got Willock and Shelby. And if Shelby can play as well as he has done the last 2-3 games, ping some balls into any of those four, we should have a cracking attacking game. Hopefully, that's the plan, I'd imagine. Nice attacking setup from that one.
Yeah, what do you reckon about bringing back Shaw instead of Ferdy, though? I mean,
Ferdy might be a good choice.
Ferdy's the best defender in the team, isn't
he? Yeah. He is. Maybe he's wanting Shaw to be one of those defenders that plays the ball out from the back.
But as we saw,
as a defender, the first rule is you've got to be a defender first. But if he can do that and then still bring the ball out, he had a few decent runs against Arsenal. Obviously didn't come to much, but he's the only defender that we have that can carry the ball from the back.
I just feel that Ferdy is a solid, dependable defender. He doesn't do a lot wrong. He's you know what you're going to get with Ferdy. With Shaw. He's got it in him where he'll just brain fart it. Like, you'll think he's all right, and then he'll do something stupid like he did in the last game where he did that like kind of, it was like Cruyff turn or something, wasn't it? Like he kind of put the guy on his arse, and it was 1-1. You think, all right,
yeah,
dumping on his arse. You're thinking, oh, champion. Everyone's like going, hey, get in, Shaw, you mint. And then he starts running up the pitch, and then he thinks, you know what? I think I am actually mint, and he starts looking around for like the most amazing pass, and then fucking loses the ball, doesn't he? But the thing about Shaw is you'll do that, but you'll also like do a fucking stupid tackle, like he'll hack somebody right next to the box.
Yeah, he's a bit like Shelby. He's a bit like Shelby in that way, where he loses his head sometimes, sees red or sees the red mist and goes at it.
Yeah, but you don't get that from Ferdy, though, do you?
No. We spoke about it in our preview pod that we surely we couldn't see Ferdy getting dropped. He's our best defender, and he proved it when he came on against Norwich. But I think there's no surprise that Lascelles is in the team, being the captain, and I think with Burnley and Chris Wood needing that physicality. But yeah, I would have thought Ferdy was in the team.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it because of his? Shaw's not particularly physical either. I think Ferdy's a much more physical defender as well. Actually, now I think about it.
Yeah.
You're going to have people like you say, Chris Wood attacking and putting the back two in the middle, in particular, under a lot of pressure. And there's got to be some reason why he fancies. We were talking about why Ferdy wasn't getting the game in the first place. Then he came on as a sub in the last game against Norwich. I thought he did great. And now he's kind of at the first opportunity sort of dropped him again. As you can see there, we're still going with a flat back four by looks of things. Two wingers bombing up front with Maxi and Almiron. I mean, Almiron's not really a winger either, but and he's
I
went
think
with Willock
that
as well. You know, he's went with Willock, so he's got a cart horse in Shelby who can't really track back. He's either really deep or he's really high. He's sackless in the middle of Shelby. He'll give away stupid fouls all day long, really. You know, he does the lunging in, taking people's ankles out all the time. And then you got Willock, who, I mean, there's not much to him, is there? He's just doing a piss. Let's be honest. He's no. I said it in the last game as well. I think we needed a Hayden type who would at least. I mean, Hayden doesn't consider himself a defensive midfielder either, by all accounts. But yeah, I think he sees himself more as an attacking midfielder. But nonetheless, as far as what we've got in the club, he's the nearest thing we've got to a protection to the back four. And especially if you're going to have someone like Shaw who's going forward a bit, you're going to need someone like Hayden to drop back. But you're not going to get that from Will. Well, you might get it from Willock, but you're not going to get it from Shelby. That's for damn sure.
That's true.
Yeah, looking at the lineup, I'm thinking it's more a 4-2-3-1 rather than a 4-4-2. I think Shelby, Willock in the pivot, and then St. Maximum, Joel Litton, and Almiron as his three.
Yeah,
with Wilson up front.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Almiron is a winger. So yeah.
Well, like every game, it's never just a set formation, is it? I mean, it's always fluid, always kind of, you know, in possession it's one thing, in defense it's something else, in the transition it might be kind of whatever. Anything else to say about that lineup?
No.
The only explanation for Shah is that he wants to attack, so he wants to have another person with Shelby who can unlock passes. That's the only reason I think he's kept him in the team.
Yeah. What's the subs? Have we seen the subs yet? We've got, let's see, where's our subs?
It's the usual mixture of,
Richie, Hayden, Jeff Horlicks, Emil Kraft, Feddy, at least Feddy's on the bench. Murphy, still alive apparently. Ken Darlow, Dwight Gale, and Sean Longshaft. So, I mean, when you're looking for midfield reinforcements, you can look at Hendrick and think, well, that's kind of a pointless sub, isn't it? You've got Hayden, which I think is going to be guaranteed to happen at some point. I mean, you got Richie, you might even bring him on. I'm actually really pleased it can go with Richie at fullback, because that would be shitting your pants before the game's even started, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Murphy doesn't seem to be getting any kind of time at the minute. Are we surprised by that?
Not really. He's been playing out of position and he's been found out a few times. Simple as. Yeah. If put him in his natural position, then you never know. He might do what he can do best. But it's like the likes of Richie being played out of position. He gets found out too often. And I think he's just a casualty of war at the minute. He's just not playing as well as he can do because he's just not being played where he should be.
Thing is, he's one of the few people in our club who actually can cross a ball. Like, you think about who we've got going up the wings who can actually cross a ball. St. Maxi's not really good at it, and you don't really want him to be doing it anyway.
Nah, you overhit him most of the time.
Almiron can cross the ball to save his life. Richie is fucking horse shit at it. There goes the first swear. And you know, who else are you going to have down the wings crossing in the ball to the forwards? I mean, you know, looking at that list, Richie, Hayden, Hendrick, this is the subs. Kraft, Fernandez, obviously not him. Murphy, Darlow, Gale, and Longstaff. Longstaff maybe, but that's going to be from the middle.
So has Fraser injured himself, has he?
It's a good question. Where the fuck is Fraser?
Yeah, he's not in the squad, I don't think.
Yeah.
No, he's not in the squad, that's for sure.
That's interesting.
Oh, Christ, he hasn't down tools and pissed off already, has he?
I hope not after the interview he had.
No, it wasn't. He was basically sucking it off, wasn't he?
The other day, so he might be injured. You never know.
Oh fuck, man! I tell you what, he gets injured more times than not, doesn't he?
He probably a little sick, not a little down-handed.
Oh come on! I mean, he's the original and the best. I'm just waiting to see when our game starts here, so it's got another 9 minutes before it kicks off.
Just kind of give a shout out to Anthony, who's waiting in the comments from mid back AM, watching all the way from good old Wallsend.
Wallsend.
Thomas.
There you go, Chalmers, Anthony Chalmers. Good to have you along, man.
Right.
It's pretty cool, that little comment thing you can do on this whole setup.
It is.
Nice, isn't it? Yeah, stuff to figure out.
What are all thinking pre-match predictions then, before it starts?
Well, do you want to talk about the Burnley team yet at all?
Tarkowski's back from suspension, which be interesting to see how he plays, because obviously he's wanting away from there, and he's wanting to come to us. I don't think he's going to throw the game or anything like that, but it'd be good to get a first impression of him, of how he's been. He'll be fresh because again he's come back from the suspension. But Chris Wood, he'll get his inevitable goal against us, or he'll set one up.
He's more of a nuisance these days than anything else. So he's not exactly a prolific striker, is he? I mean, he's
there's nobody in that squad individually that scares me, but as a team, they're very cohesive. They work well together.
I'll tell you what,
haven't they? They've struggled to score this season.
Yeah,
Maxwell Cornet there, the number 20 at the feet of Chris Wood. I think he was a very smart purchase by them, but he hasn't sort of done what they thought as yet. But he's one that does sort of worry me with Lascelles back in and Shah. I think Wood will contest everything in the air, and we just hope that this bloke doesn't get onto it. Mm-hmm. And Dwight McNeil's a quality player too, so he's one that can cause a little bit of trouble. But other than that, they look pretty solid without being much of a threat.
Mm-hmm. So one who does worry me is the keeper, because obviously Portby is he's a quality keeper back in the sticks there.
Yeah.
He's a big, tall, lanky piss, isn't he? So we need to, and he's proven time again, he's a good shot stopper. So we need to find a way past him. I mean, I must admit, I've never really watched much of Burnley. I mean, Christ Almighty, who does? If you're not a Burnley fan, with all respect, I mean, you're not going to watch Burnley, are you?
No.
So I mean, obviously, Chris Wood, he kind of came to attention a couple of seasons ago, really, and obviously he's popped a few in last season as well. I'm not sure what he's been doing this season, but he's obviously the danger at the top, I think. Cornetto, no idea about him. Westwood seems to ring a bell, but I couldn't tell you that about him either. And obviously Tarkowski at the back there. So you reckon Tarkowski's trying to get a job at the Toon, do you, Craig?
That's what all the reports are. He's wanting to come as well. That's how accurate those rumours are, The internet's full of them at the minute. Apparently we were signing Mbappe about a fortnight ago. I don't know why you want to play in the Championship, but
Yeah, apparently it's just a matter of money, isn't it, at the end of the day?
It is. But obviously you thought to improve his wages. I can't imagine he's a top dollar at Burnley. I wouldn't have thought so.
Isn't it nice to be able to sit in here talking about being able to give wages to people instead of thinking, I would have to flog the tea lady or whatever in order to put the 20 pence together that we need to chip in for, because Mike Ashley's not going to put his hand in his fat arse, is he?
Give him Sports Direct vouchers.
Probably.
Yeah, pay him in mugs, and you might get
giant mugs,
with a handle full. I got one there once. I bought a bloody shirt from Sports Direct before everyone hated Ashley. You got to remember, Ashley was like a hero when you first walked in. Got rid of Freddie Shepherd. You remember Freddie fucking Shepherd?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The fat odious cretin slagging off all the fans and Shearer and all the lasses in the town and that.
Yeah.
And then he's on his deathbed basically. And Mike Ashley strolls in and steals his bloody, takes away his fucking kingdom.
But didn't even check the books though, did he, Ashley? And then when he bought the club, they found out. I think he gave it to the first chief executive. He was quite a nice guy, actually. And, he sort of told him that the books are cooked and it's a bit more trouble than it's worth.
The thing is about Shepherd, he used to spend money before we even had it. Like, I remember when we signed Owen, which seemed like a good idea at the time. And he got money from Adidas, I think, as part of that deal. Or Adidas chipped in to pay for him or something. But that was all leveraged against the club for 4 years in the future sort of thing,
Yeah.
But when Ashley came along, he was all like, hey, I want to have a bit of fun. I'm going to be in the stands with the lads, I'm going to put my tune top on with a pint of beer and I'm going to watch the game. And we all thought, fucking brilliant, hit the jackpot here. And I bought a shirt from the club, coming back to my story, and it came with a free mug. It was a fucking giant. It was like like this. You can put your pants in it, like, you know. And I got out of the box. I went to held it like that, and the bloody fucking handle fell off. And I didn't realize at the time. I just thought, oh, you know, it's bad packaging or whatever. But it was probably like like an omen for the future, wasn't it? You know, it was like kind of the metaphor for his entire ownership. It's like, here's a nice shiny mug. Oh, it's broken. You know.
Should have went back for a refund. Not that they do them over there, like, but you know.
No, you get store credit. Fuck that, man. Store credit on a
For
free
a pair of Donny trainers.
Fucking bunch of golf balls or something.
I think Mark talked about it in one of the podcasts. He went to the Arsenal game where Ashley was in the stands downing beers and everyone was chanting Ashley's name. It was when Keegan was back, and how wrong we were. Like, I remember watching that game in Australia thinking, oh, we've won the jackpot here. We got an English billionaire who is sinking piss with the fans. I go, how lucky are we?
Yeah, not very, as it turned out.
I'd love to see him try and get the Gallagher end this weekend. That'd be fun. Actually try and get a ticket for the Gallagher end. That'd be fun.
No, I don't suppose you'll see him in the director's box anytime soon.
You'd hope not.
He'd probably be down to Spurs when he's a Spurs fan anyway.
Aye, yeah. Him and Daniel Levy can go and pipe each other off.
Oh, God, there's an image. Oh. No, thanks. No, thanks. All right, so anyway, I think that's basically covered Burnley. So what do you reckon scores? For me, I reckon what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to watch the first few minutes and then I'll decide what teams have turned up. Because I'm not a gambler anyway, and you know, inevitably it turned out to be a lot of shit, whatever I come up with. Chalmers is saying 1-1 there, but I think I don't know, man. Like if I had seen the first 10 minutes, well, first 8 minutes before Clark had his brain fart, if I had seen that game there against Norwich, I would have been like, this is going to be 4-0. We were all over them the first. I mean, that first 8 minutes was basically the rest of the game. Norwich did absolutely piss all for the whole game.
Norwich were rubbish, weren't they?
Up until the point when, you know, they crossed in and Pookie's like sitting there with his pucker pie, kind of like, oh, there's the ball. I'll just kick that and went into the goal. But there was three of them just huddled in the middle of the penalty spot basically, and all our defenders were like backing off, or they were like the midfield was too far behind them. Apart from that, and that game and that point when Shaw fucked it up, they did nothing. I mean, it was such a nothing performance from Norwich. They didn't deserve a point.
No.
And that's against 10 men. But so if I had seen that first 8 minutes, I would have thought 4-0 guaranteed. I would never have thought 1-1. I mean, before the game started, I said 1-0, but. So for today, I'm going to sit on the fence for the first 5 minutes, and I'm going to see what teams turned up, and I'm going to see if Shaw gets himself sent off. Because I'd probably be Shaw getting himself sent off.
Yeah,
he'll do it, man. He's a freaking dick. Like he's a good defender. He's only good when he's bringing the ball out. I think most of the time, and even then, as we just said, he can cock it up with the best of them, can't he? You know, he did that little spin or lob or whatever it was to get away from that attacking player. It was a mint. Everyone was up on the pitch feet going like, hey, and then he went,
which he can do. He does that. And then,
if he's not doing that, he's hacking someone most of the time. Yeah. But he can also be quite useful at the other end. You know, every now and again he has a bit of a blaze at the goal. You know, so every now and again it might just go in, and you think, oh well, fair enough. You know, defender scoring's always good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do you reckon, Craig? Scores?
I really want a clean sheet, but you know, those are as rare as rock and horse shit at the minute.
Yeah, but I mean, you can have a clean sheet and it be 0-0, can't you? So you don't want a 0-0.
Could be. I would take gladly a 1-0 win, but I think this forward line we've got, we're going to cause them problems because by the looks of it, we're going to play the ball on the ground, which takes a void from their height advantage they've got. So no long balls over the top. So balls keep the ball on the ground, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 win.
2-0. All right. What do you reckon, Bobby?
I don't trust us not to concede, so I'll say 2-1. I think Chris Wood will score. He's goal for them against us, like he always does. But I think we've got too much in attack. Hopefully, Burnley are a sterner test than what Norwich are.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just see we need to win, so let's hope it happens.
Yeah. Well, I've got my stream going now. Don't know if you can hear that or not. Hopefully not, because we'll probably get sued. Can you hear? That's the other thing as well, you know. As much as I know it was a Clark mistake again in that Norwich game, right? As much as it was a mistake from Clark, did anybody else not see how Pukki went down with his feet forward?
Yeah. But
anybody falls to the ground with the feet forward when you're getting tugged on your shoulder. You don't get tugged on your shoulder and go like that. Nobody dives. You don't fall that way just from getting dragged.
He just needed to fall, didn't he? Though he knew if he went down,
he made the most of it. There's no doubt about
it. What does everyone else think of the score?
Yeah, Bobby, what do you reckon?
Let me know where you're watching from as well.
Bobby, what happened to you? Yeah, what do you reckon scores?
2-1.
2-1. Did we already ask you that? No, I didn't I? I already asked that, man. Sure. All right.
Let's see the atmosphere at the grounds like Tuesday as well.
Oh, it will be.
It was bouncing.
It will be. Everyone knows this is a massive game, man. Let's have a look at the tables. So, I can't see because the banner's on. Bloody hell. There we are. Propping up the league. 7 points. Minus 14 goal difference. Spurs got a game in hand. I didn't realise. That's a bit of a shit. Oh, it's against Spurs though, by the way, so that's all right.
Yeah.
So we win this. Goal difference isn't going to make a shit's worth of difference, I don't suppose. It's all about the point, isn't it? So we're going to go up one place basically if we beat Burnley.
Yeah.
But I think more importantly before the evening game is that we're going to be 3 points behind Watford. Who are Watford playing?
Man United at home.
No, Man City.
Man City. Man City.
Man United just played the Arsenal, beat them, didn't they?
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So that was Michael Carrick's last game, actually. He's buggered off from the club as well.
That's it. We just need a win because we win. We're 3 points away from safety, and it looks a lot better, doesn't it?
It does.
As long as Watford doesn't win that game with some freak result that really just kicks us in the bollocks.
Well, the last time we had a watch along, Craig will attest that every result that we didn't want to happen happened.
Yeah,
it was a shit. It was a really shit bunch of results. Absolutely. Are we worried about Southampton? I mean, they're obviously 2 points ahead of that. I know we can't look too far ahead in the table here, but who are the Saints playing today? Because they're only 2 points ahead of Watford here.
I think the one to look out for, on free fall, Everton,
yeah.
Oh, mate, Rafa.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get the boot, isn't
he? They can't afford him.
No, it's true. They've got. I mean, they've spent. I was reading an article where they said they've spent a shit ton of money, but yeah, they've got like £3 or something for January. Like he's going to buy a coffee from a shop or something. That's his budget gone. It'd be a cruel twist of fate though, because obviously, I think it was fairly obvious that Rafa was a large part of this takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd been sounded out a long time over the summer and well before that even. Obviously he was in China for a while, not doing a particularly good job, but there again, I mean, who knows how he gets anywhere in China. And he wasn't available by the time that takeover happened, which happened within the space of like, what was it, like 2 days or a day or something? It just kind of like went, there you go, your club, you're bottom of the league, there you go. You've wanted so long, off you go.
Very happy
obviously by that point he was in, by that point he was in Everton, so we couldn't have gone then. Although there was talk that they were trying to see if they could maybe, before we got Eddie, they tried to see if we could maybe release him from his contract. I don't know if that's true or not. And then so we're at the situation now where we're actually signed Eddie Howe. What was it, 2 weeks ago or something? Seems like a lifetime now, doesn't it? But like 2 weeks ago there, give or take. And then there's every possibility that this could be the last weekend that Rafa's in charge. So in the space of a three-week sliding window there, we could have ended up having, or Amanda could have ended up having the bloke that she always envisaged in charge of the club. It would be a cruel twist of fate, but very Newcastle United, you'd have to say.
Yeah, well, I think Rafa got stable to the club, didn't he? he invited her down. I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember if that's how it went or not, but he was heavily involved in the discussions they were having about the takeover, because I'm sure he was talking about the setup in the training ground and the investment that was required throughout the club. Really, when you think about it, I mean, everywhere you look, washing the bloody windows. 38 million quid's worth of washing the windows on top of the Milburn stand there where I used to sit.
Oh, Dex is online. Morning, Dex.
Dixie.
Good to have you back. What's your prediction then, Dexter?
More predictions the better, so we can see who was wrong at the end.
Aye.
And then
Call on who's right.
Call them out and say, like, what are you thinking, you daffy?
Let's see. I wore flags up the way, their old tricks. Love the stuff they do.
Yeah, the old Geordie Pride flag coming across there, and rainbow in the front there. I can't help but think that's a little bit of a dig at the presumed distaste for all things LGBTQT plus, whatever that is now, down in Saudi Arabia there. I think it would be interesting if that actually got broadcast in Saudi Arabia. You assume this is going across the entire country in Saudi Arabia, don't you? It's a hell of a stage to be able to get your message out, but of course the club lets them come in there and put the flag out in the first place. So I suppose if at any point they went PIF or MBS were like, you know what, don't do any more of that, I'm pretty sure that the ground staff and all the rest of them would be like, sorry, war flags, can we be doing that,
Well, Staveley's first interview was about talking about the women's team.
Oh, the women's team, yeah.
Which was very pointed. I thought it was.
No, it was, without being particularly controversial, though. I mean, she could have said, like, we're really into the gay team, and then that might have been, like, really kicking a hornet's nest down in Saudi Arabia. But, there has been a general, if I understand things rightly, a general smooth move towards female rights within 1 month in Newcastle. How does that work? I'll take a 1-1 win. A slow kind of progression in some ways for females in Saudi Arabia. They're allowed to drive now, lucky bastards. They can go down the street without having a chaperone. Stuff that should never have been. Well, I'm not talking about the cultures, but from a Western perspective, it seems a little bit odd. But yeah, that seems to be an easier thing to come out with, like a very calculated, solicitors kind of phrase to come out with, rather than, but also was also trying to sound like she's being progressive, and also trying to be her own woman kind of thing, as opposed to coming out with a really strong, we're for the LGBTQT plus. I got that wrong. You know what I mean, though. Like, if she was going to come out with a statement, she would have been like, "That's what we're about here. We're all about them guys, also the women." But I think it was very much a calculated statement she made to be seen to be saying something, but without really kind of saying something.
Yeah.
That's my theory anyway. It's all politics at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching the feed.
They had to play that. They had to play that way because the amount of bad press we were getting even before the takeover happened was sizable. So we had to be on the front foot with our social media, all about the rights of everyone, the equal rights, which is something I'm proud the club should be part of anyway. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, it shouldn't really be the conversation we have, but I mean, this is the world we still live in, and things like Brexit haven't really helped that situation at all. And then, of course, you get the Saudis taking over, and that's just a free hit for everyone who wants to make a point about these things. It is what it is. I'm just watching the live feed and waiting to see if we've won the toss or not. Oh, we have. We're going up the pitch, so we're actually kicking off from the Gallagher, heading up towards the Leazes.
Normal.
Assuming that the referee isn't going to toss the coin just right now. Yeah. So at least we've won the toss off.
Something.
So 1-0 already.
We get 3 points for that.
Come on, boys.
We should do. Just stop the game now, eh? All right. The lads are taking the knee, and get the score up.
Aye.
Shoot! All right, so we've kicked off. And I don't know anybody else, but I always shout shoot because, it's hilarious every time.
It looks like a 4-2-3-1 where they set it up.
Yeah, it looks like Sky have laid it out that way as well. Wilson up top by himself. Here's Joe Linton in midfield already on the ball. 3 around him. Gives it away to the wing. It's heading towards Maxim there, wasn't it? But cut out easily. A launch ahead. I think it might be a lot of this actually today. A lot of launching the ball over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Wood getting a touch, do nothing but kicking out to give us a goal kick. He's a danger man, Chris Wood.
We were linked to Chris Wood at one stage, weren't we? I think Rafa wanted him. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, he's a handy player when he's on his day. He's a nuisance as much as anything else in the box. It'd be nice to have that kind of Oceania link as well to the club, which we don't really have right now, do we? There's nobody who's
Curtis could left the club.
Yeah, no, I mean there's nobody, is it? I mean, there's obviously lots of ex-players, but there's nobody at the club or even in the reserves or anything like that who are connected to Australia or New Zealand. So Dubravka's got the ball. Let's just end up back with him. Shelby's come all the way back for no good reason, and now he's heading back to midfield.
Come on, boys. You seen that comment what Dex has put on about Lascelles be back in the squad? Expensive Freddie.
Yeah,
we've already discussed that. Yeah, we. I mean, I was in particular. I was saying I thought Shaw might be the one who missed out on that one, but evidently not. Oh, corner.
Yeah.
No, I took a tumble.
As per usual, I'm about 30 seconds behind everyone. So
don't worry, mate. We'll just we'll do our cheers and that and pretend that was scored, so you can start celebrating early, and then you'll realise that it's actually Burnley who scored or something. But stuff like that, we know that they're going to dive at every opportunity. It's always the same bloody situation. That ball there was in the box, and Miggy's right up the defender's arsehole, and he gets too tight to him. The defender just goes down like a sack of shit. He's like, woo! Yeah,
Tom Daly be proud of that one.
Gets a goal, an easy free kick to the keeper to clear the lines. Need to be clever on that. We do it far too often. We're far too. We give away too many stupid fouls that other teams that know what they're doing don't seem to do.
Yeah.
Bit of ping ball in midfield there. Shelby's kicked it back to Dubravka, who spreads out wide to Shaw, who was expected to be Mankillo, but I guess he's further up the pitch still. Yes, he is. Long ball from Shelby there to Miggy on the wing. He's got an overlap, but he's cut back inside. Shelby who's going to whip it in across, and it's cleared fairly easy, I have to say. As far as Willock, who spreads it out wide to the ball boy. So I don't think Maxi's actually touched the ball yet, has he? He's had 2 cross passes to him, and they've both been shit. Oh, we're getting spammed. On the old comments there. Yeah. Anyway, come back to that point from Dex there about the cells being back, but not for the expensive Freddy. I was saying before there, Shaw, he can be handy going forward, but he's got a stupid foul or mistake in him. Like every day, he's got some kind of stupid thing in front of him. Whereas you don't get that from Freddie. He's rock solid most of the time, and he's an organizer as well. He's always trying to make sure that the defense is, level for a start. Unlike that goal against Arsenal, where it was like a bloody freaking right angle triangle practically. And the ball's basically out of play here up our right wing in Burnley's half. Not much to happen so far in the first 5 minutes. I reckon it's looking more like a... So I said I'd give myself 5 minutes. I'm going to give myself 30 more seconds and I'll decide what I reckon the score's going to be. But it's very much back and forwards at the minute. No real tempo to the game. There's nobody getting a foot on it and dominating yet. It's very much open. And I just paused there for a second because Miggy almost gave away another free kick to the same guy who took a tumble in the box, actually. Yeah, so there's a bit of a battle going between them two. Miggy and anyone know who that is?
Nah.
Yeah.
Lawton, maybe.
Oh, ball's in the middle. It's a kick on goal. From Burnley there. Fell free to Cornet. Yeah, Cornetto got his foot on the ball. Yeah, Shares should have been Shares. Is that the Cells or Share? I can't tell.
Yeah, Share was on.
So Shares. No, it's the Cells. He did a really shit job of defending the middle there. Share goes on like he's being hit in the face. In the lead up to that, Cornetto lashes at it. I mean, he's got a couple of lads around him, but he lashes at it and it goes wide of the post. Thank God. But that's the first sight of goal, you'd have to say. Long click from Dubravka, knock on from St. Maxi. Wilson was running onto it, but the defenders managed to clear it. So we're actually from that all the way back up the pitch on our left in Burnley half.
I think that's the way Burnley are going to play. The long ball to Chris Wood and try to knock it down to Cornet.
Yeah.
And unsettle. And if you notice, Wood was on Shah then, so I think he's going to like that matchup if that's happening often. I think we prefer Lascelles on him.
Yeah, Burnley's cleared. There's a nice handy ball to the wing there. And Burnley winger up the right hand side of us, up their right hand side, rather. He's crossed it in. And my God, that was close. I think McNeil ducked under the ball there. He was right in the middle of the penalty spot, basically. Cross came in. And he's went to flick it on, I think, but he's absolutely completely missed
it. Cheers for the like and subscribe, Brian. Means a lot.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers, Brian. Dex says it was a header. I don't think so.
Where are you watching from, Brian?
Burnley going down with the slightest of touch. Again, it's Miggy, and I need to see who this is because this fella is going down like a sack of shit at the slightest touch. From Miggy, who was basically like pencil lead. It's Charlie Taylor. He's going down before he's even touched. That's going to happen all day. He's already done it once. That's the third time now that he's dived. He knew as soon as he got that first one in the box there when the linesman gave it, he thought, yeah, champion. He's going to keep doing this all day, you know. So that's 3 times in the space of 7 minutes that he's went down under nothing under Miggy. So it's coming up to 8 minutes. Pope's taking a kick. It's launched up forwards. There's going to be a lot of long balls here. You're absolutely right, Bobby. Even maybe it's from us. I mean, at the minute, we can't really get a hold of the ball here.
No, can't take control.
Brendan's starting to stitch some nice little passes together, actually. So there's Shelby with his... Shelby's doing this, but Christ's sake, Shelby. That is a classic Shelby, that is. He's trying to make up some ground. He's trying to get a foot in. To be fair, he gets the ball, but he studs her up. It's from the side. I think that's harsh from the ref. I mean, the ref's standing right there, but I think that's a little bit harsh.
You can't get onto the floor now, though. You really can't.
The problem is Shelby does that all the time.
Stupid free kick.
I know, and this is what I was saying before. That's what I was saying before. The decision making sometimes, especially from people like Shelby, is absolute dog shit. So here we are, coming up to 9 minutes. Cornetto's going to take the free kick by the looks of things. We've got a 5-man wall. There's 2 in front of it, Burnley people in front of it, and a gap behind them. So I hope the hell he doesn't kick it towards them Burnley players, and then they just step out the way, because that's going to go belting straight towards Dubravka. So we've got Wilson, Shelby, the Cells. Here goes the free kick. It went straight in the wall. It was absolute dog shit. Yeah, and we've just launched it straight back to the middle, and there's only 2 Burnley players there, and nobody from us. And it's come all the way down to our right-hand wing, and it's gone straight out of play. So
it's going to be a hard watch. This is going to be a very hard watch for a while.
And it looks like the Cell's down with an injury. No, it's Wilson. Holding his groin, actually.
Oh, no. I think he got the ball in the nuts.
Yeah, he got the ball in the nuts.
He's got a ball to the pods, has he?
Yeah.
No, that's more of his midriff, that is. He's just being a funny. Nah, that wasn't his bollocks. That was midriff. If it was bollocks, he would have heard it before he seen it.
I've backed him in the coconuts there, man.
So Brian's from Kenton. I'm not too sure where that is. You boys know?
Kenton, that's where my wife's born. Not born. That's where she lived anyway. Eagle Lane and all that kind of neck of the woods in Kenton Bar. It's basically over the A1. And fuck, this referee is giving absolutely everything here. Burnley are going down like a sack of shit with every touch, and the referees are giving every single one. That's what's going to be today. It's going to be this the whole time. It's going to be them going down with every single touch. So basically, it's the kind of within about 30 yards of our goal to our left wing.
I think whatever Sean Dyche wanted to start the game, or how he wanted to start the game, he's got it. I think this is exactly the way they would have wanted to do it.
The crowd's still going, mind you. They haven't exactly quieted us down, but it's been mainly them, hasn't it, really? So it's an in-swinger. And it's well defended by Shelby Bells, at least. Oh, no, it was Joe Linton. Well defended by Joe Linton. And I think that's Willock bringing it out from the back. Yeah, that's a lovely little bit of play there. Shelby's laid it into Joe Linton. He's moved it down the wing. This is a good move, this. Miggy's crossed in absolutely nowhere, as he always does. You know, he gets down the wing and he just cross it in the middle and hope something happens. And unfortunately, nothing happens. Straight to Burnley, and they now bring it out at the halfway line. Willock's putting some good pressure on, so it's all the way back almost to. In fact, no. In fact, they've actually kicked it out under pressure, so that's good stuff. So actually still in Burnley's half here. What do you think that move down the wing? That was quite nice, the constructed move, that, wasn't it?
It was.
It was very good.
So it was like bring out from the back, and I played to Shelby, who did a little 1-2 with Joe Linton. Nice. I still don't know what to call him. A lovely ball up the wing to Miggy, who unfortunately didn't even bother looking and just whacked it in the middle. Lewis is just keeping it in here. He's under a lot of pressure. He's lost the ball. Ball's been spread to Comet in the middle. Cornetto. And it's been cleared by Shaw as a header. McNeil's on the ball now. It's an in-swinger, and Dubravka hasn't claimed it. Defender was in his way. Ball still alive. It's off the post. Holy shit, the bed. Off the post by some bloke who looks like he's just left the army yesterday. That was Shaw under the ball. Dubravka came out to try and claim it, although, you know, as we said in the last few podcasts, you never know whether he's going to catch it or just bat it straight back to somebody. It was Goodinson, wasn't it? It was actually a deflection. Yeah. It's a deflection. I think he's got his fingers to it.
You know what makes Dream so far behind? Yeah, I've just seen Liam O'Brien go over the wall.
Oh, I got some bad news about the next few derbies. Oh, and that's cleared off the line, but about 4 people on the line. And we've finally got a free kick.
Hey,
pressure around the keeper.
We're allowed them over.
But my God, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. That was Dubravka should have been shouting for that. I assume that he didn't. Shaw's standing there thinking he's doing a good job by trying to get rid of it. And in the end, Dubravka's tried to punch it because he's trying to get over the top of Shaw, and it's spilled to Gudjonsson, and then it's came back in and it went off the post. That was bloody close. That was. I'm not even sure why that free kick was either, because it looked like there was plenty of space for Dubravka to get his hand on that. In fact, it was the Sills who hit it away. But yeah, so that's 30 minutes in, and I've got to say, I feel like we're not going to win this. We are getting bullied out of this game at the moment. There's not enough intensity from us right now. We're getting closed down really fast. We're not moving the ball quick enough.
There's a comforting familiarity about it, where we could just go into a shithouse 1-0 win.
Mate, look, I've said before, I'll take a fucking ball bouncing off, the Army's arse any day of the week if it means we'll win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Shelby's went down there with a alleged high
ball. It doesn't feel like it, but we've had just more possession than Burnley, but I don't think we've done anything with it.
If we have more possession, have we? Because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, just see the stats, 52% to 48, so just a bit more, but I think Burnley be more dangerous with it, haven't they?
They've been really effective at nullifying pretty much anything that we're trying to do right now. we've not got going in our rhythm just yet at all. We're being pushed. It's kind of what you would expect from Burnley. They don't give you an inch worth of space, and unfortunately, we don't really have the skills to to really break them down and get back. Because for as long as they keep doing the press, they're going to leave space behind them. They're going to have to leave space somewhere if they keep pressing us. But we just, apart from that one move down the left wing, the right wing, we don't really have the skills to find that space and do something with it. Free kick from Miggy on the wing there, from his best mate, who seems to love him today. McNeil, is it? So that's straight on the halfway line there. Dex making the point that the last two home games we had either conceded or lost a man at this stage.
That's positive.
I suppose it's supposed to take small mercies, don't you? Take a win where you get it from. So we've got a throw-in, final third, Burnley's half. That is Lewis with the ball here. It's really been 15 minutes worth of note, apart from that Burnley shot against the post. I mean, this is the kind of game where you need your fitness levels, because you're going to do a lot of chasing inevitably. It was a shit throw, but it's actually ended up going out for a corner, so that's good. Yeah. First corner of the game, 16 minutes and a half, give or take. But yeah, we've done that so far here. So let's see what Shelby can do on the corner. I would have rather had Fraser taking the corner because he's actually got a really good crossing him. Actually, that's something we came to before. Who can cross the ball? It's basically Fraser and Murphy every now and again. Maxie's on the ball doing a bit of jinking. He's around the edge of the box. He's still jinking. He's got three around him. He's spread up to the middle to Miggy. And he's looking for an outlet. He's got no options. Willock on the wing, who's absolutely blazed it over the bar, which I think was meant to be a cross. In fairness, Wilson's not a. Willock isn't a winger, and isn't he? What is he? Left foot or right foot?
Right foot, I think.
Right. Yes, he's on the right wing then.
Oh, what was that, man?
So we haven't heard what happened to Fraser. Why he's not in the squad?
I've seen nothing about it. I wonder if that's the kind of thing you would have seen in the pre-game presser, or if it's something you find out afterwards. Don't know if any of the lads in the chat have heard about why that is. Dex, Brian, anyone? But free kick given away in the middle from absolutely nothing. Jesus Christ.
No goals in any of the early kickoffs either.
Any of those kickoffs going to affect us much?
Nah, not until the Man City Watford game at 5:30 UK time.
Right. So things are pretty much unchanged right now. Everything's basically the same.
Tomorrow there's some important games, like for us anyway.
Yeah. Well, tonight's probably the biggest one, the Watford game, isn't it? The ball's actually ended up in our box here whilst I've been yapping on. Linton's going to clear it, but straight to the guy in the middle. It's hit a defender. Oh. This is all edge of the box stuff here. This is pinball. This ball is just all over the place. There's no... Yeah, don't blame him for doing that. There's no rhyme or reason to this at the minute. And Shelby has basically just launched it to the middle towards Maxie, who couldn't get to it, but the defenders clicked it straight out into touch. Pretty much right on the halfway line. So this is the kind of game you expect to get against someone like Burnley, isn't it?
Dexter's asked, has Fraser been sleeping with Jones's wife now? Not too sure what that is, but
I couldn't possibly say it live, could we? So we have a free kick to take again, I think, which is actually in Burnley's half here, just over the halfway line, down the right. Shelby opted not to cross, and he's kicked back to Shaw, who spread it beautifully to the wing to nobody, to the ball boy again. Unfortunately, it bounced right over the top of Lewis's head. Otherwise, a nice spread, but yeah, all the crosses from all the switch of play have just gone straight up. It feels a bit like we're playing with 10 men.
Bobby,
any positives? Any positives from what you've seen so far? I mean, we're not losing, so there's that.
We've still got 11 men on the pitch.
Aye. Burnley making a move here. They've spread to middle. They've pushed out to the wing. It's Miggy's favourite. He's crossed it early, but it was easily cleared by Shaw by the looks of things. Still with Burnley on the wing. It's a cross into the middle. It's a goalward header, and it's a lovely take by Dubravka, who praised 3 Jeebus, actually kept ahead of it. And it's just as well he did as well, because there was an overlap there as well. Actually caught the ball, Bobby. Can you believe it? Actually caught the ball. Yeah, to be honest with you, actually, there wasn't an overlap. I think Chris Wood was basically lounging a bit, and he would have probably been onto it. But I thought saw someone at the near wing, but there wasn't anybody close enough to get to it. But nice to see Dubravka catch the ball. I hope they've been doing some training. Wilson's got the ball here in the final third. Jonathan's given it away. Yeah, there's a bit of endeavour, but there's not really anything to this so far. It's all just, look at this. I mean, right now it's just headering up, kicking it. It's spilling. It's touches here and there. There's a bit of play on here from the ref. It's Miggy taking a shot. And he had Maxi in space there to his left if he had to actually bother to look. Maxi had a beautiful bit of space, and there was an opening to pass it as well. If Miggy had made that pass there, Maxi was in on goal from the wing. But Miggy decided to take a shot and then end up in Rosehead with the away fans. Have we just caught up there, Craig?
Have
we just caught up with the defeat from Sunderland in 1967 or whatever it is?
Jackie Milburn just lifted the FA Cup.
And we just won the first cup, have we? Get it?
We have.
Did you just see that lash from Miggy?
If he had just opened his eyes, he would have seen Willock running through. I think it was
Maxi on the left. Aye. And he had nobody in front of him, and the space had opened between the defenders.
Aye.
It was like that. If you had just cut through the middle there, Maxi was in on,
We haven't even tested that keeper yet, have we?
I think Popey's gloves are brand new at the minute. They're still in the wrappers, aren't they? There's the first shot of Eddie Howe, not looking too pleased, wearing Bobby's jacket there. Bobby setting the standards.
That's it.
With the fashion styles. I do like that jacket, man. It's nice.
I do endorse it. It's very good fit, very good feel to it as well. So,
see, this is the conversation that matters. This is what people tune in for, all 2 of them. I do like that jacket. I wouldn't wear it up. I mean, it's been boiling up here on Queensland today and yesterday. Maxi's having a run down the wing here. He's inside his defender. He's got all of them around. Shelby's on the edge of the box, and he's Shelby went to do something there, and I think he got caught in 2 minds, and he basically did nothing in the end. He basically tapped it back to the defender. Good work from Maxi down the left there. You can see what happens though. As soon as Maxi gets the ball, there's like 6 defenders around him.
Opens it up for us.
Dexter say we're playing against Man City. Might as well.
Oh, Shelby, you donkey.
There we go. He's caught up again. He just saw us lose the final FA Cup. Shearer again failed to lift the trophy. This have jumped to 90s. Good lad.
Tell you what, Brian, I'll be a lot more confident if we pick up 3 points today, but at this minute, it's not looking likely.
Yeah. Dexter stabbing the knives in early. So we're on 24 minutes, just gone. 0-0. That was a lovely bit of pressure there from Wilson, I think, on Pope in the goal, and he was actually, as a result, kicked it straight out. So that's
the only thing, Brian, that gives me a bit of hope is that we're still in touch with the the other teams at the moment. So, but we definitely need a win now.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that's the table as it looks now. So nothing's changed really, has it? It's the same situation.
Yeah.
Keep pressing on bloody button. Jesus Christ. Yep. So we're back on the ball. Lewis in the middle of the pitch for some reason. Spreads that wide to Manquillo, I think it is. No, it was Cher actually, who tried to do something clever and he's just blammed it against the Burnley player. And the ball's bounced freely towards the central defenders who cleared it fairly easily. It's come back in. It's cleared back again. Shelby sliced it.
Yeah. What is he doing?
Nothing is happening here. This is real bottom of the table kind of performances so far. As good as the first 8 minutes of Norwich were, this is the total opposite. Absolute shit, this. Oh, that was dangerous. One of the Burnley players went in with his studs up. One of our boys went down. The referee stand next to him. He's going to eventually blow his whistle, as he does, just. I think he must be waiting for VAR. That's Manquillo, who's on his arse. It looked like he'd made the most out of it, if I'm being quite honest. But the Burnley player ran away as if he kind of knew he'd done something. So maybe it's the VAR decision. That studs up. That should be a red. Oh. That is very dangerous.
VAR to take a look, maybe.
I mean, that was a sliding tackle. Studs shown straight into Manquillo. The referee is basically handed off the VAR by the looks of things. He didn't want to make.
That's 2-footed.
It's 2-footed. It's off the ground. Studs are up. VAR, you'd think would have to send him off for that.
I've seen the red cards or less.
It's dangerous play. I mean, either way you look at it, it's dangerous play.
Yeah.
26 minutes in.
That
is dangerous play. Manquillo's shaking his head. Looks like nothing's going to come of it.
Not even a yellow.
If that was Shelby, he'd be off before even VAR looked at it.
That is... I know nobody likes us this season, but that is a very inconsistent decision.
Mm-hmm.
If VAR doesn't send him off for that, then apparently studs up challenges are fine. Play on. Let's play on. Unbelievable. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. How was that?
And they got the drop ball.
They got. Well, I mean, it was a free kick back to us, but I mean, obviously they didn't do us any favors. They didn't kick it back to Dubravka. They've kicked it straight back into play. That looked like all day 2 feet showing his studs into a player. Is it because Manquillo kind of vaulted over it that he kind of made the most of it and didn't, he's kind of oversold it maybe?
Could be, but for me, it's
But nonetheless, the challenge was he made a dangerous challenge. Even if he didn't touch the player, it's still a very dangerous challenge. Not even a caution, not a yellow, definitely not a red. Can anyone explain that? Is it because it's Newcastle?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of that this season. Joe Linton's done a lovely job of getting out of his marker there in the middle. It's with Willock, who's really done nothing so far. He's on the halfway line. Lewis passes it back to Sells, who spreads out wide to Manquillo, who still has ankles, or Shaw by those things. Shelby's been really deep. Lewis, lovely forward ball to Maxi. We are deep in Burnley half on the wing. Sorry, that's a beautiful chip from Maxi. Oh, Wilson under pressure, missed the ball. Willock's completely balls it up with Pillock. Willock's tried to be too clever. He's tried to do an Arsenal, and the ball spread forward too. Well, thankfully, the Brothers came rushing out and kicked it into. Let's actually manage to keep it in play. Unbelievable.
We got a player down here.
We've got a player down, yeah. So it was Willock who passed the ball line back up to St. Maximin, who'd been hovering at the back, because he does a beautiful chip to Wilson, who completely fluffs his shot under pressure. In fairness, it was a beautiful chip from Maxi though. He's that kind of goal. That's the situation you want from Wilson every single day, and he's managed to miss the ball. Unbelievable. It's not going to be your day, is it? It's Shaw who's down by those things, yeah. And he's not moving, but he tends to stay down anyway. I would love to see Freddie coming on.
I think that was a good tackle, on Wilson. I think he got the block in.
He was just in front of him, wasn't he? I mean, I know he was obviously pressuring him with his presence and, put him off and all that, but Wilson's took a swing and he's completely missed it. Shaw's holding his mid back by those things. He must have took a knee or something.
Just can't get a win at the minute. Figuratively and mentally, you know.
I mean, that should have been a red card. Unbelievable.
I think you'll find Burnley are playing with 12 men. It's called a referee.
Yeah. 14 if you include the linesman. 15 if you include VAR. Is that Cornetto going off, is it?
Cornetto's going off.
He's injured.
Cornetto's took a thigh injury by looks of things.
That helps.
He's out of play down the touchline right in front of the management team. No, he decided to fall inside the play. Nice one. Get him off. Drag him off. So this is Cornetto. All he's done is try to cross it, and he's pulled a hammy by those things. Yeah, he's went to make that cross, which Dubravka managed to clear, and as soon as he took the cross, he's grabbed his thigh. I'm not sure, I'll say it's a hammy, but it's sort of down the side of his thigh by those things, so it might not be a hammy.
Vidra's coming on.
What was that, Bobby?
Vidra is coming on. He's been at Burnley for about 400 years.
I think he was there before Burnley was a town, wasn't he?
The club's named after him.
Are we making this up here?
I knew what Burnley was. He's been there.
No, Shaw looks like he's going to come back on. I was hoping Freddie might get on there, but yeah. So Hydra's come on. That's what I call him, Hydra. I don't call anybody by their names. I can't be asked. So Shaw's coming on. He does tend to go down easy though, Shaw. I have to be honest. Yeah, it's invariably like he's like, oh no, I've been hit in the face, and like nothing's happened.
Well, you can't hit him in the face, can you? He's good looking.
Not that stubborn. Right. I tell you what, this is 32 minutes and we've had like no life in this game at all. We've got to get on top of it. Shit balls me stream stopped. Over to you, Bobby. Bobby.
Yep, and ball's in the middle with Burnley with possession. Brian, we're at the moment I'd be saying that we're playing it on Burnley's terms. Long balls into their box. We're getting frustrated, not holding the ball, so hasn't been a great start by us. Shelby's got it here out to Mankillo, and we're just knocking it on straight to the defenders at the moment, and can't get our foot on the ball, can't get some passing going. When we have the 2 or 3 times, we've actually had opportunities, so we just need to calm ourselves and get our feet on the ball.
What do you think it's the case of? Is it the case of Burnley doing a number on us, or it's just us trying too hard? Both, maybe?
A little bit of both. I think Burnley are playing the game the way they'd want it to play, frustrating us, but we're still getting used to this possession, trying to keep the hold of the ball. I think Bruce has done a number on us in terms of
that was
having football players. Football players knowing how to play football.
Yeah. Sorry, Bobby. This referee's letting everything go here. VAR seems to be turned off, it looks like. Must have switched it off. So it's a free kick to Burnley somehow, even though it was a twat in the face to Shaw. In it comes. It's cleared by Maxi's. No. Shelby's done a lovely chip forward towards to Lewis. He's got a little bit of support. He's pulled it back, and that's basically stuffed up the entire forward movement there. In fairness, he only had Miggy, I think, in the middle, and he was surrounded by Burnley players tracking back. So, nothing much from that. Shaw's trying to be too clever here. I hate when he does that. So Willock maintaining possession. Lascelles now has the ball. Just in front of Dubravka here. We are basically just fanning around with the ball. All right, so now it's with Maxi. Lovely ball. He's running forward, dynamic. Spreads it out wide. Joe Linton's half asleep. Fortunately, we've got Miggy covering. And the ball's went up. Actually, that was Manquillo, sorry. Fast throw in to Shelby, who pulls it backwards towards Shaw, who then passes it back to Shelby. There's a bit of space in front of Shelby now if he wants to do a cross. In it comes. Straight to Nicky Pope there in goal, who was about 10 foot tall. I don't think Wilson's ever going to win that. particular game with a long ball in like that, with a high ball. I think Pope's going to have that all day long.
Southampton have been 1-0 up against Brighton.
That's not a bunch of cunts. Look, all we've got to do is get above. Who the hell's on the table again? Got to get above Burnley, actually. That's all we've got to do. As long as Burnley stay in third bottom, that is. Well, actually, we've got to get above Watford, haven't we? Because they're on 13 points. Yeah.
It's a bit deja vu, Craig, about the watch along and the scores coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Dexter, that's now who do we bring on to change things here? Who's on the bench that we can bring on
There's
to
no one.
change people?
Dwight Gale, maybe, at a push.
So this is Burnley still attacking our goal here. And it's cleared straight back to Burnley, who managed to square it straight. Shelby, who does a beautiful release to Maxi, who's got space in front of him. Up he goes, he's in the halfway, and he's easily tackled from behind. Yeah, nothing comes of it, unfortunately. Straight back to the keeper. Burnley have the ball again in midfield. They're getting out of their half far too easy here. It's a trademark of Newcastle, really, for the last God knows how long, where the opposition just gets a chance to waltz out of their half. Does me tits in every single day, every single game. The opposition just gets to waltz out. We've got a battle to get out of our half most of the time, and the opposition gets the ball back and they just kind of stroll, tap dance on the way out. There's a climb from Chris Woods, but he doesn't get it. So here's Maxi on the wing. Maxi's moved to the wing now by most of things. He's trying to move forward towards Joe Linton. Defender goes down the slightest of touches, and of course the referee gives it.
It's rubbish.
The referee is going to give these all day long. We already know this from the first bloody 2 minutes or something when he went down. That is nonsense. But it's always going to happen because the referee's already laid his table out. He already knows. Everyone in that Burnley team knows fine well they're going to get whatever they want. They're going to dive to the floor. The referee's going to give it all day long. It's one of those games today. You can even go in 2 feet up, studs showing, and get not even a caution. Long ball straight down the neck. Well defended by the Cells, I think. Yeah. And it's back to Dubravka along the ground, who hoofs it towards Mickey, who can't get to it because he's a midget. And spills down to Shah, I think, on the wing. Yeah. And who tries to pass to Mickey, who doesn't get it because he's a midget. And now Shaw's actually launched it, which has actually managed to find its way to Wilson. He's surrounded by 2 players. He just gets free, goes to the ground under challenge, waving his arms around. The crowd's up on their feet, but we are not getting them today. There's no way we're getting it. You'd think we were in bloody Turf Moor today, the way these decisions have gone. You wouldn't think we're the home team. There's 0 home advantage today.
To go back to Dexter's question, Dwight Gale probably is the only one I can see that'll make some sort of difference. What's going on here? Well,
it's Cher again trying to be clever on the back, on the line. It's cleared up by Lewis, who is thankfully a fullback, so he knows what he's doing. Unlike Richie, who wouldn't know what to do there. He's launched it forward to midfield. It's easily headed back by the Burnley player. Willock's on the wing now. He's got Maxi ahead of him. We have 3 people in the midfield here. If Maxi can get across in, he's taken on his defender. He's passed him. He's crossed it backwards. It's spilling to Miggy. He's got space. He's lashed it against the defender. It's went out for a corner. That's going to be our best bloody chance. It looked like a handball in fairness, but the defender was not very far from. Maxi's going to unlock this game, isn't he? I tell you what, mind, his arm is. Let's have a look at this. So here's Miggy taking a shot. His arm is
off the body first.
It's hit this and it's hit this.
Yeah.
He's very close though. That's Tarkowski. Probably shouldn't slag him off too much. He'll probably be playing for us next week. Corner in, out swinging from Shelby. It's easily defended by Burnley, who ball gets to Amaron, who then it ends up eventually with Lewis.
That would have been a half penalty, that.
It would have been a harsh penalty. Willock's crossed it in. Popey's coming out to claim it. He's spilled it. It's free. It's Wilson. It's a goal!
Get in!
Haven't seen it yet, but I'm celebrating.
Oh, my sweet dick. It's a goal. It's a goal.
Burnley,
It's Wilson. It's getting checked.
They're checking it through VAR.
So, I'm going to leave the 0-0 up because I think it's being checked. If you see the referee going to the line to check the TV, you know it's going to get ruled out. This will be the one day where VAR didn't give the studs up, and it's going to give a rule out this goal, isn't he? But I'll tell you what, Popey's came right into the mix there. He's dived for it. He spilled it there.
Yeah, he spilled it.
That's a beautiful finish. He sweeps it with his right foot into the top corner. It's a beautiful goal. He's just spilled it. He spilled it. Shaw's in the way, no doubt, but he's just dropped it. That's a beautiful finish. I'm going to put that down as 1-0. It can go to hell. Oh, he's already ahead of us. Craig, good lad. If they call off because Lascelles had his hand on his back, it's going to be an absolute farce.
Has the goal not been awarded yet?
No, well, still checking. It's a beautiful finish, man. Even if that gets ruled off, that is a fantastic finish.
No wrong with that. He brings it down on the show.
The goal.
Fucking get in. Nick Pope can whinge all he likes, but he's came out there. Yeah. He's dived over the top of the players. He spilled it. I thought for a minute there because Lascelles, if you watch the replay, Lascelles' hands on the back of Pope. Yeah. And I was thinking, you know what? If they're looking for a reason not to give this goal, they'll probably do it because of that, not because of Shaw.
Absolutely.
All right, boys, come on. 41 minutes. It is 1-0 Newcastle. Come on, you mighty bastard mags.
Now we can't. We need to not concede in the next minute, like we always do.
That's the live table right now.
Well,
no, I think it is. Has it refreshed yet?
Hasn't refreshed yet.
Live table, my balls. All right, well, anyway, we're on 11 points.
Feel the same way, Brian. My heart was stopped for that whole VAR time.
Come on.
Hey, lads, could this be the day that we actually have a tune on the podcast where the tune actually win a game?
Oh, would be nice. I think you'll get
every single game. The review on running out of the tag bit.
We've only got like an entire half to go. I think Scotty's happy there.
Tell you what, we might have that podcast on Monday with about 7 or 8 of us on there.
Yeah, it's going to be 9 squares around the whole thing, isn't it? And everyone's going to be talking over the top of each other, and Craig will be like 10 minutes behind everything. What do you think this, Craig? Is just because Cairns is miles away?
Nah. What it is, I'm watching it through a set.
Leave it.
So it saves it to a hard drive, so there's always going to be a bit of a delay.
If I watch it back later on, something, are you?
If I watch it on my phone, on my tablet, it's same time as everyone else.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so it's going through one of those hard drive recorders first before you get to see it. So it'll be buffering and all that kind of stuff, which is what you want, really. That's a lovely header on for Wilson, in fairness. It's gone anywhere.
It was a cracking finish on Wilson. Let's talk about that, to be honest.
Absolutely beautiful.
The composure to do that was fantastic. With a player on the line, get it above him, get it high, get it hard.
Pope's doing his best to get back. The space. There's a defender on the line. He is, 10 yards to the side of the goal, and he sweeps it beautifully with his. He doesn't try to go for power, but he also doesn't try to overly place it either. He just sweeps it into the top corner, the opposite top corner of the goal. Here comes Joe Linton down the wing here. He's getting away from his defender. He's into the middle there. He's under pressure. He's going to take a shot. It doesn't go anywhere because it's Joe Linton. Here's Shelby on the backup. It goes nowhere because it's Shelby. And it ping pongs out to Burnley on the wing there. That was a bit of excitement for us.
Joe Linton's a different player, isn't he? The confidence he's got now, and he's taking people on. And
yeah, he's looking a bit knackered actually. He's just on his honkers there. You got to remember these players have been getting cabbaged for like the last 2 years or so. It's hard to run on a diet of cabbage for 90 minutes. But I do think that it's funny, isn't it? You know, we all know that Joe Linton's not a winger, But on the opportunity, here comes the replay. So it's Willock with a cross into the box. Beautiful in curler. Pope spills it under pressure from Shaw. Wilson runs onto it, takes it away, and beautifully kicks it into the goal. And there's the new owners celebrating up in the stands there, diving around like a bunch of loonies. Beautiful to see. I don't think that was Steve McManaman, but looked like him. Eddie Howe there, getting through a packet of
brilliant finish.
Oh, it was a beautiful finish. Beautiful finish. So we got 4 minutes extra time in the first half. I guess that's came mostly from injuries. So the balls just came all the way back to Nick Pope there in goal. You know what I loved about that though? It's Wilson. It's like it's an anti-Michael Owen goal. Owen would have just stood there and kind of whinged that the ball didn't land to his feet. Wilson's actually ran into the space to pick up that loose ball from the keeper. He's seen what's happened. He dived straight on it. I'll cut off here. Here comes Maxi. He's in the middle. He's just in front of the box. Spreads it out wide to Miggy, to McQuillo. Actually, he crosses it. It's easily defended. It comes back to him, and it's easily defended again. And now here come Burnley down the wing. They're slowing down the play. Actually, it looks like they're trying to get the half time here. Wasn't it nice to see Wilson actually actively jump on the ball there instead of just standing there whinging that it didn't come to his foot? All right, so here's a very dangerous ball spread into Chrissy Wood. It was absolutely spoiled it. No, it was Hydra. It was Hydra. It was in absolute acres. Manquillo, where the hell is he? He's trotting back. He doesn't see the danger. He's absolutely nice. He's a full strip on the grass behind where he should have been. Hydra is in absolute acres. He's probably got more
standing foot giveaway.
Yeah, Shaw. Well, I mean, he's under a lot of pressure from Shaw, who's coming across to cover him, and he's ballooned it. Oh, sweet Jesus! Thank God for that.
That defensive hours, I'll tell you.
I tell you what, Manquillo needs a good slap across the chops for that. He was just toddling back, absolutely nowhere near where he should have been. And he's our actual right back. If it was Matt Ritchie in the wrong position or something, you go, well, you know what, he's not a fullback.
Yeah.
Joe Linton giving away a free kick on the wing. He's not happy at all. Referee is probably going to say, watch your lips, sunshine. Watch your lips, bonny lad. I don't see a lot in that, mind you. Unsurprisingly, Burnley go down with the slightest touch. Dangerous position here. Joe's getting taken off from the ref. He doesn't like being told how to do his job, even though he seems to need to have some advice on it. So it's going to be a kick into the box on 47, just on 48 minutes from Burnley. And the whinging that Lewis isn't far enough back from his 10 yards from the ball. He probably isn't actually looking at it. In comes the cross. It's absolute dog shit, and it's easily defended. Headed straight down the middle of the park back to Burnley. The box is still loaded. In comes the ball again. Joe Linton beautifully defended on the wing there. It's a slight touch from Willock to Almiron, and we're all the way up the top of the pitch. Here comes St. Maxi. He's inside the Burnley box. He's going to cross it. Here comes Willock. Oh, it was beautiful work. It was beautiful work from Maxi down the wing. He crosses it in. He pulls it back slightly. He crosses it into the run of Willock, who balloons it into the Leazer's end. Look at that, man. Look at that from Maxi. Had his pants down. Willock has tried to run onto it with a side foot. He's tried to hit a side foot. It actually has touched the Burnley player. I think, what?
In fairness, it was deflected.
Bounced off Taylor's arse. And I think it's just adjusted the flight of the ball a little bit there, and it's just gone slightly behind where Willock was expecting it. And his Snoop Dogg haircut there. And that's it. That's half time.
All right.
1-0 to 2. Sweet Jesus, Neil, sit down after that one.
We'll take that. We haven't played well, but we're in front, and that's all we want.
Stuff it, dude. Like I say, I'll take a shit out any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that first half, lads, before we take a little break?
It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be fast-flowing, fluid football. It's all about the result at the end of the day. And I'd much rather we'll be 1-0 up and play the way we have than be 0-0 at half-time and play cracking football and had loads of chances, but missed them all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, we said at the start, we'll take a shit house any day of the week.
Exactly.
Here's the live table just before you get in there, Bobby. 10 points, 3 points behind Watford. An absolute hatful of goals. I mean, that goal difference, I hope, doesn't come to haunt us. Yeah, so Bobby, what do you reckon?
You haven't played well. I think the last 5 or so minutes, just before the goal, we started to move the ball a bit better forward. Maxi got a bit free, and he's a threat, isn't he, going forward? Every time he gets it, Burnley don't know what to do with him. And yeah, I think if we can do that in the second half, because Burnley got to attack the game now, don't they? They've got to come at us. So it's going to open it up for us. So yeah, let's hope we can just get Maxi free and Almiron with his running and hit him on the counter, and let's end this 2-0 or 3-0. That'll be nice.
Yep. Any predictions for the second half? Apart from apart from Burnley trying to get something out of this game, I mean, they haven't really. They've kind of been threatening, but they haven't really threatened, which sounds a stupid statement to make, but they've definitely been in it, haven't they? They've not been completely out of the game at all.
Well, they threatened more than Norwich did with 10 men last game, so they're a bit more of a threat, but I agree with what you said. We haven't been threatened, but they are threatening.
Yep. All right. Shall we leave it there? Take a few minutes break. Come back.
Yep.
If you boys want to keep on chatting, that's it's all you. Otherwise, I can bring the screen full screen for the next few minutes, I suppose.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a break.
Alrighty. Everyone go on mute, I think.
Monday morning, Matildas go head to head. The Women's FA Cup final starts 12:50 a.m. What a strike! Rashford! Optus Sport has more fitness and football. The world's best players. The world's best football. Plus over 1,000 workouts. There's more to love on Optus Sport. Smith Rowe! Saka, what a goal! Oh, incredible! Richarlison!
Yeah, Dexter's here, right? His body language has looked a lot better this game. Maybe he's had a bit of a heart-to-heart with how, told him exactly what his game plan is, what he wants him to do, and they're on the same page now, which would be great. Yeah, he's definitely a bit more effective, a bit more attacking threat. And we all know he loves the game against Burnley, so maybe that's a factor as well. He knows what he's done to them in the past. It'd be great if he can get another goal or assist. If we can take a 2-goal lead, I think the game's ours. I don't think Burnley have got enough to pull it back from 2-0 down. But this is Newcastle United. They're famous for doing stuff like that. Let's see what everyone makes of the second half. What's everyone's predictions now for the second half? Do you think we're going to win it? Or do you think they were a shithouse Newcastle United second half, attacking at the Gallagher end and throw it away in the last 5 minutes? Let us know in the comments.
That's what we do best.
Did I hear the news that's come through lately that Michael Emenalo has turned down the chance to be sporting director at the club?
Any reason for that?
It didn't say. So obviously our position in the league might have something to do with it.
Yeah, I imagine so. Current fixtures, current half-time scores rather. Newcastle Mighty Mags 1-0 up against Burnley. Saints 1-up against Brighton, which we could do without, frankly. And Wolves now it's against Liverpool, surprisingly.
Wow, that's a.
That's the half-time score, and then that was the lineup. Nothing's changed. Do you see any changes in the second half, Bobby?
Not as yet. I think they'll hold the line. I think Hayden will come on for Willock at some stage just to shore up that midfield.
Yeah.
And they might
that'll probably be well into the second half, though, you'd imagine. About 65.
Yeah. I can't see many changes. I don't know what we've got on the bench. If Ryan Fraser was there, I would have put him on for a bit more speed and class.
Fed down the wings. Yeah. I mean, I must admit, Willock's done now, but there again, you can say the same about Shelby. He's done piss all as well. In fact, it seems like Joe Linton's been doing most of the work in the midfield.
Again.
Yeah, and he's really meant to be behind Wilson. If you look at the formation, it's not 4-4-2, obviously.
I'll tell you what I find funny. If you look at the BBC, they've actually awarded an assist to Shaw for that goal.
That's why I laughed.
You know about it?
That's the greatest assist he's ever done.
Yeah. It's
assist by what, being in the way? He didn't even touch the ball, did he?
I think it just bounced off his noggin.
Did it touch him, did it? Oh, do you mean because Bobby spills it onto his nut? Right, okay. Talk about shit out the assist. Tell you what, he'll take it though.
Oh, God, didn't care.
Yeah. Trying to work out how to do a bloody time on this fucking thing. Anyway.
So I'm now watching 2 streams, one on my mobile, and I've got the TV on.
So I'll give you what for the same team, same game.
Aye.
Right.
So I can see what happens straight away, but then I can analyze it on the bigger screen.
Fair enough.
You got a replay.
Got my own little match of the day studio going on.
So when was the last time you two had been to St James's Park? What was your last game or last time you were there?
Oh, my last game was a pre-season friendly. I left in the summer of 17, just before the season kicked off. Can't even remember who I played, but I stayed there on the ground like half an hour after everyone left, and just realised I'm not going to be back here for a while. It was quite emotional, to be honest. And it was just one of those moments where you think, shit, just going to be one of those things. And there's one place I always loved, and that was St James's. Whenever anybody asks us, what's the one thing you miss from back home, and it's a football. Just walking up those steps. There's just something about it. You can make your own peas pudding, but it's never the same.
Nah, it tastes like shite. It's just stotties that you need to make. I think I'm not sure. I mean, I was a season ticket holder before I left, so it would have been whatever the last game of that season was. I couldn't even tell you what it is in 20. Or did I go to a game when I went back? Actually, my memory is absolutely horseshit. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what my last game was.
Yeah.
Certain games stick in the memory, though. I remember the absolute howking of Villa. That was hilarious.
The 6-1.
Yeah, I was in that one.
That was my first ever game, Lee.
I was in the ground. I was at the ground at the same time as you, Bobby.
I was at the Gallagate.
I was actually in what ended up being my season ticket seat in the southwest corner. So yeah, that's funny, that, isn't it? Isn't that funny?
Weird. Yeah.
All right, the players are on the pitch. There's still plenty of kicking the balls around anyway. So the other game that's sticking is when we beat. Was it Stoke when Mark Hughes was in charge and he lost his shit and he chucked his jacket in the air?
Yeah. Is that when they had 2 players sent off?
He was losing his fucking bonnet, like it was hilarious, and he was just like, "Oh, well, fuck is in," like that. And the other one I remember is Liverpool when who put the shirt on to go and goal?
Enrique.
It was Enrique, wasn't it? Because I was thinking that. I was like, was it him? Because he was saying, because before he left, he was all like, "We'll never be a top 6 team or whatever." And we played them in 4th at the time or something like that, and all the crowd was going like, "We're a top 4 team" or whatever. And he gets in the goal and he's wearing Rangers, I think, jersey in it, and it's like fucking ginormous. It's like it took it off the Angel of the North sort of size, like waft. And just like the other day when Shelby had that free kick, we didn't put him under any pressure whatsoever. You know what I mean?
That was Carroll's first game back at St James's, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't he in on goal as well? Didn't he fluff the shot towards goal? Yeah. Didn't he absolutely balls it? Yeah, we were all like, "Oh, Agent Carroll at it again." I mean, it would have been heartbreaking for Andy Carroll because he's a Gator dad, I think, isn't he? He's a Newcastle fan through and through. Would have broke his heart. All right. Anyway, boys on the pitch. Better change that from half time to not half time. Do that. And do that. Stick that on there like that. And do that. And it looks like there's no changes at half time, as far as I can tell.
Didn't expect it to be.
Nah, I wouldn't think so at this stage. Give it 10 minutes. It's usually around about the
start. Dexter's last game was in 2006, and his first game was Keegan's testimonial. Wow, what a game!
Jesus, he's pretty old. Dexter's pretty old, eh? sorry, Dex. All right, the game's underway. 1-0. We're in the second half. Burnley with a handball. Newcastle with a handball clean, but it's not given. The referee's done right there. It's all in front of Burnley's goal, but it's been moved up our left wing. Or Burnley's left wing, rather. Aimless clearance that goes straight back to Burnley. Burnley dives to the floor under the slightest of challenges from Almiron. His best mate is going to have his pants down all day because the referee is going to give it every single time. It's Taylor. Taylor's been on his arse more times than he's been on his feet. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You can tell right from the very start. 3 minutes, he went down his arse under the slightest of pressure, and he got the free kick. And he thinks, "Well, why not? I'll just keep on doing it."
Well, big joke.
Am I studying the angles? Maxie's really deep in just past the halfway line. Spreads it to the wing to Lewis, I think, who pulls it back to Joe Linton, who's also quite deep. Just a little bit of wing play here. Bit of possession, early possession, second half. Lovely attempt from Lewis to cross it into the path of Joe Linton. It's cut out by Westwood. It is a corner to Newcastle on 46 minutes. This is where you want to be.
I'm on time with now, lads.
Oh, yeah?
I am.
You've joined the 21st century, have you?
With the corner in from the strawberry end.
Fuck me.
Well,
come on, mate. You can chip in with some commentary if you want, man. Don't be shy.
Nah,
anyway, so it's Shelby with an in-swinger. And it goes to absolutely nobody. Easily headed away by Miggy's best mate. Mike Quillow's looking for an outlet. He's straight back to... Sorry, that was Willett, I think. Straight back to Manquillo. Who's all the way back to Darlow, good lord, to Dubravka, who's aimlessly kicked it towards Shelby under pressure. It's now with Burnley, who've done very good to make a bit of space for themselves, but unfortunately they can't get anywhere. Shelby's cut it out. Maxie's going to do a lovely bit of work inside our box to get away from the pressure. He's released Wilson, who's in on to Pope, who's actually used his body to take the ball away from Wilson. You got to say that was a pretty good bit of goalkeeping right beyond his box. And it's launched up the pitch, and we've actually cleared it. So it's now a Burnley throw in an hour half. I mean, just back and forwards, isn't it? Just long balls over the midfield at the minute. Lovely ball towards Wilson, that though, from Maxi.
Yeah, cracking.
Beautifully weighted. Obviously, Pope was wide awake and alert to it. But, yeah, nice. No, look, fair enough.
No.
So Burnley in the goal. Anyway, Maxi's got the ball on the wing now. He's squared it to Shelby. He was giving it back to Maxi as he's run on. He's over halfway. He's moved it up towards Joe Linton. Maxi's went down. He's squared it to Miggy, who has
given it
away, basically. Yeah. I must admit, Miggy hasn't really done much in this game, has he?
No, his technical ability isn't quite there. I think he's got the pace.
Yeah, he's got the pace, and he's got no else really. You have to say it, unfortunately. Much as I like the guy.
Again with Miggy, he's still not playing in his natural position, out wide on the left.
Well, where is he now? He's out wide somewhere. Oh, he got a foot to the face.
He's on the right.
He's on the right, is he? No, he's on the right, isn't he? He's had a foot to the chops.
That's a bit of an understand because Maxi can play on both sides, although he is mainly on the left, but he is naturally right-footed.
Mm-hmm.
So put Maxi on the left, Almiron, Maxi on the right, Almiron on the left, and Joe Linton through the middle.
I thought Maxi was left-footed.
Sounds easy.
It's Brian. We do give the ball away a lot. Seems to be very often.
It's this kind of game, though. It's this kind of game where we're under shit ton of pressure all the time. We don't have really a lot of time to think about what we want to do. Burnley are up in our asses non-stop here. So it's hardly surprising that we're kind of fumbling around. And also, don't forget, we're bottom of the league. We're not that good. Maxi's going to... Oh, Maxi. Maxi's under a lot of pressure. He's getting it to Joe, to Shelby. He's got space out on the wing with Lewis. He's ignoring him. Shelby's getting crowded. He's managed to move it to Willock, who's moved it to Manquillo, who takes a curling shot. It's come back to Maxi outside the box. Oh. And I think I'm behind Craig at this rate. And he's took a shot, and it's easily saved by Colby. Am I behind you now, Craig?
Craig's in front.
Unbelievable. Can't have that.
Didn't know how.
All right, so we're back with the ball. It's now the cells in the middle of the pitch. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got that.
It's with Shelby, and now it's with Lewis. Yes, it's been a bit of a nothing first 5 minutes anyway. Fans are in great voice. At least there's that. I need to plug my iPad in before it dies.
I think Lewis has been quite good. Both last week and today.
Yeah, he was being ignored a little bit down the wing there.
Mm.
He was in Akers, and even St. Max turned away and moved into danger rather than passing it out to the wing where he was in absolute bloody Akers. So this is just a bit of ping pong in the middle. Shelby's managed to do a ship tackle. He's trying to win it back and it hasn't worked out. It's still with Burnley. They've moved it towards to their right, our left, and they've pulled it back to the middle. So 51 minutes. Pretty boring first five, you have to say. Second half. I'm happy to leave it this way.
I think both teams are trying to figure out what each other's going to be doing.
Well, look, I mean, we don't have to do anything. You know, it's like what we were saying at half time there. They've got to come out and do something because we've got 1-0. And Mingy's best mate has just got to throw him down our left here, down our right rather, their left. In line with the 18-yard box, pretty much, and went backwards. Pretty much all in our third here. Yeah, he's made space down the wing here. Beautiful covering for Miggy. Oh, Miggy. If Miggy was a little bit quick, he probably could have saved that corner, but it's a corner to Burnley anyway. At the Lees' end, our right wing, their left. It's where we need some tall players. We need, you know what we really never seem to have is an outlet. I mean, the amount of times the ball comes out, it spills out, and there's nobody there waiting to just run with it, you know? It'll go bounce around, it'll fall out, and it'll just end up with a Burnley player because there'll be like two people waiting at the back, you know, in front of the box or whatever, and there's never any of our players. Did the box, Dubravka's try to clear, but he's actually spilled it under pressure.
Free kick.
And it looks like a clash of heads.
Why?
And there's Wilson's down. No. Yes, Wilson's down, and Burnley player's down. So Wilson's holding his back again, but I think it's on the other side of his back this time. So his lower back's getting a bit of a pacing today, Wilson. He's got the goal that matters at the minute.
Ooh. The Burnley player collided with a post.
Did he? Yeah, well, nothing's happening much at the minute, in case you weren't aware. 52 minutes. Oh, no, my stream stopped. God's sake, man.
Oof.
Bloody Optus. You know, I wouldn't be with Optus if it wasn't for the fact that I had Premier. Football.
Snap.
Nice bit of business by them, wasn't it? I thought when Foxtel lost the rights, I was like, wait, what the hell's the point? Optus getting the bar here. They're getting the rights here, but...
And they've got it for the next 6 years as well now. So
yeah, so I'm not going anywhere. Otherwise, I won't be able to see the bloody game. What time you got on your stream there, Craig?
Huh?
What time have you got on your stream?
55:40.
Man, I'm 2 bloody minutes behind. Oh, man.
53:44 now, sorry.
yeah, 53:41 I am.
Try and put the shits up with you 55, do you? Cheeky bastard. 53. Oh, here we are, man. Jesus Christ.
Jude's coming on to 54 minutes any second now. There we go.
Man. Right, I'm on 54:01. Kobe's got the ball. Fucking hell, man. It's the thing about streaming, isn't it? It's a pain in the balls when it has to catch up. 53. Ish. Wilson and Taylor coming back on.
Oh, ball. Miggy's in. Oh!
Here, man.
That far away from Miggy. Good ball in from, I think it was Wilson. Played in Miggy through the middle. And from the edge of the box, he's had a shot across the keeper to the keeper's right. And it's just missed the post narrowly.
It'd be nice to see Miggy get a goal, like, wouldn't it?
Good, Dave. Thought that was in. Got a corner though.
Yeah, that's a beautiful ball from Wilson through the middle there, isn't it? Jesus,
yeah.
Oh, so close. Did Poppy get a hand
from the keeper?
That's a beautiful ball. I mean, really, you want Wilson run onto that? Nah, there's a touch from Pope. Oh, that was going in.
I don't think Miggy could have done anything more there, to be honest.
It's going to hit the post anyway. Is he coming off, Miggy? No. Oh, Miles behind the bloody action here. Is it a corner or something? What time are we on, boys?
Yeah, it's a corner. Shelby whips it in.
Comes to nothing. It's now back with Dubravka, who just hoofed it up ball down the middle. Wilson's trying to chase onto it, and both players are back.
You know what it is? I just saw a glimpse of that, and
there's a.
You could at least just put that wide to Lewis there.
Got it, Alan Saint-Maximin, who he's lost it. Come on, boys, that was decent.
Right, trying to catch up here.
They're trying to play it across their back four, now through the middle.
Scores unchanged in the other games. Still 1-0 Southampton, still 0-0 Wolves. Still 0-0 Wolves Liverpool.
Incredible.
On the day that Chelsea lost.
Oh. Good recovery there from Lewis.
Yeah. Free kick, was it? Huh?
Are we all caught up now?
Well, just a free kick. So I'm on 56 and 40.
Yep.
I'm about 6 seconds ahead of you.
Ah, you massive bastard.
Cairns has gone nuts with the internet.
We've actually got NBN now.
I know. Someone woke up the hamsters. So what do the people in the comments think so far? What do they reckon for the second half final scores from this point?
Come on,
I'm
Miggy.
still thinking it's going to be a draw. I still can't see us holding on this because we're too nervous. That was offside. I looked offside. Miggy there. Miggy's down the wing here. Easily defended by Taylor.
Go on, Alan.
Who's chipped it up and straight to Maxi. He's dinking and jinking, and he's got people in front of him. Back down the line to Miggy. Yeah, they ran out of ideas. I mean, the middle of the park here, right in the middle of the goal, is completely static, apart from Joe Linton, who's suddenly cutting across here. No, he's going to take a shot, Miggy, isn't he? Oh, no, he didn't. He tried to pass, and it was absolutely terrible. Once again, Burnley player goes down his arse and did nothing. But nothing given this time, thank God.
Good spell of possession, yeah, though.
It is.
Till
We need
Joe
more of
Linton
this. Look at that lovely trap from Joe Linton there.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Beautiful.
Lost
Then he
the
lost
ball,
it.
but it was blamed to him by Shaw, really. I mean, it was proper hug to him, and he trapped it just dead like a back of cement. It was beautiful. And then lost it. Oh, I'm starting to like this Brian Scott fella. Nice one, Scotty.
Very positive.
Tell you what, you're more positive than what Lee was. He wanted, I think he said, what, 2-1 loss?
Oh, I didn't say that, did I?
You did, in the WhatsApp chat?
No, that doesn't count, man. I said I was going to, at the start of the game, I said, well, we've given a free kick. Maxi's given a free kick on the 25 yards out.
All we need.
It's a raking studs down his foot, actually, so it was a blatant foul. Goodmanson. No, I mean, it's just brainless. I mean, you know, the way they've been playing, they're not really threatening the goal. I mean, even at that position there, it looked like he was shaping up for a shot. You might as well just let it, because it's 25 yards out. It's probably going to hit, you know, the away fans up in the leaders there.
Scott. Yeah.
Scotty Fail from Pura. Is it Pura, Scott? Or is it it's somewhere up there in the bloody middle of nowhere up in Northumberland. Yeah, I agree with that, mind you. I mean, you have to assume
kick went high and wide.
You have to assume we're going to piss it up at some point. Free kick from Burnley is wide and miles away, thank God, from Goodmanson.
Yeah, I think I said at the start of the pod that we would we're always going to concede, you'd think. So I'd like another goal.
Oh, that's right, Pegsy Ashgan. Yeah, Scott Fail, good mate of mine, used to go to matches together.
Free kick on the halfway line, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Bloody hell, I've actually got one of those.
I know.
Holy shit, that's a collector's item. That's actually from Tarkowski, so, you know, he's bonding over his future teammate here, but it was Joe Linton.
He's done it on purpose.
Oh, he's got a little knock there. Yeah, it was the ball was heading towards in the air. It was in the air towards Joe Linton, just on the line really. And one of those ones where the player gets a shove and the referee never gives it. But this time we actually got a free kick. Unbelievable. So it's with Maxi down our left, and a lot of pressure wins a throw in. Taken fairly quickly to Willock, and I think we're going to go all the way back to Dubravka here. No, he's turned him. He's turned his man. We're heading back towards Burnley goal. It's with Maxi. He's behind the defence. He takes a little shot. It's defended straight at the defender's feet. I mean, we're on 60 minutes here. What are we thinking? Any subs you want to make?
Maybe Willock off.
Aye. He's got a cross on him, man. He's done 2 dangerous crosses, but Bradley's going to let that go out. Ball's gone dead out of play here, so it's a goal kick to us. Take about 10 minutes on this one, please. Derek White's still at the club. Bloody hell. Yeah, so Willock maybe, Almiron maybe, but
I still think Almiron, the longer this game goes on, he comes more into his element because of his fitness levels.
Yeah.
Only if he maintains those fitness levels during the middle of the game. I mean, he's obviously running around like a blue horse fly. And
he's just like a kid who's had a big bag of Haribo, man. He can just keep going.
Fair enough. Ball's with Burnley on the right here. Trying to make a forward move. Shelby's covering it. The ball's going to go out dead. It's a goal kick again. Well, did nicely. Thank you very much.
The trouble we've got, if we take Willock off, you've got 3 options: Longstaff, Hayden, or Horlicks. Who do you pick?
You're not going to pick Horlicks. Fuck me.
I'd rather pick Darlow and put him there.
I don't know about that, but
there's no one really, is there, on the subs bench that you bring on other.
Well, look, you might go to protect the lead. You know, I mean, if you take Willock off, you stick Hayden on. That's a like for like essentially, since he's in the middle of the park anyway. You could argue you could even take off Shelby since he's not doing much either. But he's always got that little, cross in him or forward pass. The intelligence to unlock the defense. So you wouldn't necessarily want to take that off unless he's really, really knackered, which is, most of the time he's knackered. Would you maybe take Almiron off and put on Murphy further up the pitch? Would that work?
Could work. Murphy playing in a natural position for him, not at right back.
2 seconds, lads.
Yeah, so maybe that could be something. But I presume since we're in such a precarious position that you'd want to try and, I hate to say it, but you'd think you'd want to try and defend the lead, even though we're absolute shite at trying to defend leads.
Yeah,
we've never been able to defend a lead. I said it in one of the other podcasts. Burnley's moved forward here. Someone's took a tumble, pretending he's got elbowed in the face. I think it was Chris Wood, I'm not sure. But amazingly, the referees waved it away, so that probably got a VAR.
Last couple of minutes, we've failed to get our feet on the ball.
Burnley's trying to make a move here, protected by Miggy. So there's Miggy's fitness tracking back to defend on the wing there, wherever the hell McQuillan's gone to. Interesting. Dex is saying no subs, lads. But they can't keep up this kind of intense pressure all day long. We're going to have legs at some point. And I don't like it when Creek does that because he's ahead of us. Oh, it was just a shit pass by Jolin. Thank God.
That's all right.
Didn't put the shits up as like that, man, Craig. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, man.
Was what he's done in the first half when Vidra screwed that shot.
No.
I thought he's put it in the top pocket.
Aye, but he didn't. He ballooned it, didn't he? It went new. It went.
Brian saying we should give a youngster a chance. Anderson's the next one, isn't he? Elliot Anderson's. Yeah.
He's got to stay fit though. He was injured, came back for half a game, then injured again.
He scored a hat-trick in that time, didn't he? Yeah.
He played one game, got a hat-trick, came back, injured, game called off with bad weather.
Yeah. It's a shame we lost that kid from the son of Lee Clark, who went to Liverpool. He was really highly rated and highly talked about.
Lee Clark. Jesus. What a legend.
Still remember that T-shirt.
That was hilarious.
It was. He got sacked after that, didn't he?
Well, that was probably part of the plan. So Wilson's took an elbow to the head. He's went down. We've actually got a free kick in the Burnley half, so this could be a chance to load up the box here. Actually, it was a clean elbow to the back of Wilson. Good God, that is shocking. And the bloody Collins is whinging about it. He was nowhere near the ball. It went to bloody Joe Linton in front of Wilson. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just sheared him right in the back of the head.
I think Wilson's laughing with the ref and goes, is he really complaining?
Fucking hell, man. I mean, this ref hasn't got a single yellow yet, has he? So there's been
he hasn't went to his pocket once.
There's been a deliberate elbow at the back of the head there. Terrible challenge. There's been 2 feet up, studs shown. Not even a bloody word. Ball spilled out left here. Looks like it's going to go for a corner. Corner at Newcastle. Down our right. Shaw was about to take a cross in and it was easily defended. But it's went for
Jamal Latell's back post. Come on.
Anyone else worrying that Shaw was taking the cross in?
Yeah, I know. Well, this, where's Lewis? Oh, you've done the other side, wouldn't you? So where's Manquillo? It's the right hand side, isn't it? Manquillo's been a bit all over the place today, I think.
Oh.
I don't know if he's been given a role to wander, but shovel and in swing it, out swing it rather, and it's just Nick Pope's went to punch. It's with Burnley, but and he's went down like a sack of shit under pressure from Miggy. Who else? Actually, wasn't his best mate this time. Wasn't Taylor, surprisingly. Again, brainless. I mean, no, I can't have Craig ahead of me. Like it's giving me nothing. So it's 4-2.
Good Lewis.
Lewis playing it safe, kicking out to the wing for a throw in to Burnley. 67 minutes. I'm trying to catch up with the stream here. So, box fully loaded. 1, 2, 3, 4 Burnleys and one on the edge of the box. One of them's grappling with Wilson. Ref seen it. Yeah, he was trying to do a bit of tug and roll with Wilson there. Westwood.
Would you be tempted to bring Dwight Gale on?
We don't need to go win it, do we? So
no, just stretch his legs a bit. Every now and again, he just pops up with a goal,
It does. I mean, I've got a lot of time for Gailey, but oh no, it's gone free at the back post, and it's just about cleared by the cells. Craig, man, how are you? Give us a bloody heart attack here. And we went down like sack shit and won a free kick at the full position. And cheers for that, Craig. When that ball spilled out, just shit tons of space at the back stick there. Look at the space. What the fuck is going on there? Lewis has been drawn into the middle of the pitch.
Central.
He's been drawn. He's been sucked into the middle of the pitch. There, he's expecting the ball to go in the middle. He's been pulled in. He should have been on the wing. And Hydra there almost had a chance. But Lewis is, like as you said there, Bobby Lewis has just managed to close down the space a bit. But I think we do not need that shit. 1-0 ahead, 70 minutes. Craig's a few seconds ahead. We didn't need this shit. Like
giving us heart attacks.
I'm the one with the dodgy ticket.
Here's Dex trying to stir up some shit. Oh no, he's not. I thought he was actually defending Richie getting picked ahead there, but he's not. That's a good question, Dex. I mean, we've discussed it at length, haven't we, really, on the pod? Hopefully he doesn't anymore. I would like to think that Howe sees this and he thinks, that's basically our back four now. Well, maybe interchanging Shaw with Fernandez, but anyway, here's Burnley with the ball on our right. We've managed to get it back. We're spilling over each other here. Amaron's got 2 men around him. He's managed to release Manquillo, who's released Joe Linton, who has squared it to Maxi. He's got Willock on the wing in absolute acres, but he's swarmed out by 3 Burnley players who managed to get back to Pope, who will launch us up the pitch. And there's a bit of tussle in midfield there. And Lascelles just lazily just hoofs it up the pitch. But it's ended up with Joe Linton somehow. He's Miggy, squares it back to Joe Linton, 25 yards. Out from the line to Willock. He's looking for options. He's got no runners. He's got Manquillo on the overlap, I think. To Joe Linton again. I mean, we've got all of Burnley in front of us here. Aside from one player just whipped in by Willock. Doesn't go anywhere. Comes back to Willock, who tries to square it to Maxi. It works. Maxi's taking his man down the wing. He crosses it in. Outswinger, easily defended. Burnley are going to get it out of their half by those things. Nice bit of possession, that, mind you. A little bit of pressure. Joe Linton's almost stole the ball away from Westwood, I think it was. But Burnley still have it on our halfway line. Scotty fails saying Willock for me, take him off. Don't think he's offering loads, bring Hayden on. I would tend to agree with that, to be honest.
I think Richie might be another one we can bring on. Forgot about Richie. But up front, I think, towards...
What would you take Miggy off and put him on?
Putting some crosses. We've got to do...
Here's a dangerous ball in by Burnley. It's bounced, but Lascelles has got rid of it. It's a dangerous ball, that. Still with Burnley.
Lascelles hasn't done much wrong this game.
No,
he's not really had a lot to do, in fairness. It's all been in front of him, hasn't it? Lovely chest down by Manquillo into the path of Shelby, who does his Hollywood chip towards Wilson. Onto it. He's skinned his man. He's Tarkowski, that, isn't it? He's in the box. He's got support. He's tried to cross it. He's still trying to cross it. And it's well defended in the end. And it's Manquillo on the ball, I think. And now it's Miggy. We've got Joe Linton and Wilson in the box waiting for it. Maxi's on the wing here. Ships it down. It's to Lewis. And it's cut out by Westwood again, I think. No, Tarkowski it was.
Oh.
Ball still with Newcastle, still in the Burnley half, and we've just went and kicked it out of play. Fuck me. You know, you've got all that bloody pressure. You go and kick. You can't pass the ball this far. You go, here, mate, here's the ball. And then, fuck me. So all the pressure's just been relieved there, unfortunately. Some nice play. Looks like Burnley are going to make a sub here. Still no sign of any subs on Newcastle's bench, I don't think. Yes, if he brought Richie on, who would he be taking off, Bobby?
Joe Linton.
Oh, if you take Willock off and maybe put Joe Linton centrally.
He comes Willock on the ball. Willock with the ball. He's got Maxi on the wing. He's taking it by himself. He's still in the middle of the pitch. He's being dragged back. The referee has given absolutely nothing. But that's basically part of the course today, it seems. And the balls end up coming all the way back to
nice play by Lewis there.
On the wing, who was under a lot of pressure here. He's still under a lot of pressure. He was thinking about Dubravka, but he couldn't. And he's been hacked. The referee's playing play on. Joe Linton, who's all the way back there helping out with defence. It's spilled to Willock, and it's Miggy in a bit of space. He's going to lash this, I think. He does. He goes nowhere, bounces off his arse and goes out for a goal kick. Another bit of lack of intelligent thinking from Miggy there, I think you'd have to say. There was 2 or 3 players up with him helping out there, and he just decided to take a shot. And he's not exactly a brilliant shot taker.
No, I think we got to find out the reason Fraser wasn't in the team, and would have been a nice swap. I would have put Fraser on for Miggy.
Fraser has got a brilliant cross on him. Like, I would imagine it's something to do with fitness, and imagine it's something to do with he's probably picked up or not, because did he start last game, Norwich?
He did, yeah. He got helped off when Clark got red carded.
Mm-hmm. So he got hold off. That's right. That's right. So you can't imagine he's done anything in the first 8 minutes. No. I hope he hasn't told Howard to foot off and
cracking out of that.
And here's Wilson. He's free. He's got. That's a dirty bastard tackle. That is a stud on the back of Wilson's leg. He was in on goal. I think there was a cover. Yeah, it's a yellow card. First yellow card of the game. 75 minutes. To be honest with you, there should have been a red card easy by now. Wilson's just muscled him out, and he's just took his back heel away. Blatant. If there wasn't for the covering of Tarkowski of
Taylor,
that would have been a red all day long. So it's a pretty good yellow to give away, frankly, to be honest with
you. Scotty F says Fraser has a slight hamstring injury. There you go.
How?
Yeah, Scotty.
He had 9 minutes worth of play. Was it because he went off too early?
He got hamstring with a chewing gum, I'm sure.
Did he pull his hammy down the steps on the way out? All right, here we go. Shelby on the ball. 35 yards out. I hope he's not going to take a shot. Chipped it into the mix. It's a corner. It's gone for a corner. Robert's saying he got a push, and probably did as well, actually. From Shaw.
Come on, boys.
So Shelby taking the corner.
Oh, he would be very nice.
It really would.
Wouldn't it? This is 6 corners to Newcastle, 2 to Burnley so far. 76 minutes. We've got 50 minutes. The crowd is up on the feet. They are loving it. We've got to get another goal because I do not feel like it's
another corner.
It's to Maxi. He takes a lash, and it's well defended again by Tarkowski, I think it was. So it's another corner to the town.
All us so far, like.
It has been really. I mean, the first few minutes of the second half are shit, but this is great pressure. This, If you're going to play out the game, you have to play it out in your opposition half. You cannot play it out in your own half like we sometimes have tried. Shelby's taking an absolute fucking ace to even get the ball here. Kicking it against the Holdens. Darling towards the corner. It's going to be an outswinger by the looks of things. In it goes, and it's easily defended. Spills to Aquila, Miggy, who spreads it back to Shelby with left footer into the middle, easily defended again. Really was nobody. Put pressure on the defenders there. Burnley almost had a breakaway there. They had a man on the overlap as well. Thank God that was cut out by Shelby. I think it was. It's to Maxi on the wing. He skins his man. He's heading towards the byline. He's kind of lost it a bit. Here comes Joe Linton. He thought about taking a shot. He instead chips it beautifully to the back wing to Manquillo. To Miggy. Takes a shot. It's just hit a defender and over the bar. And Craig, will you stop doing that? You're giving me the shits, man.
Can it help it, mate? Can it help it?
You're giving me the bastard shits, man.
It's all us now.
It is, yeah. It's wicked to see.
Yeah. That was probably going to go wide if I'm being blatantly honest. But here we go. Corner to Shelby. It's absolute dog shit. It hit the first man. It was low. It was an in-swinger. Absolute gash. It's back to Shelby, who's played it forward towards Miggy, who's run onto it. It looks like it's touched the arm, but it's went out for a corner. This is fucking brilliant pressure, this. Fans are on the feet. This is cross after cross, yeah. Yeah, good work on the old banner there.
Some palpitations at Dex.
So
better corner this time, Shelby. Come on.
Rodriguez is due to come on and on the commentator for them. Shelby whips it in. It's an in-swinger again. Shaw didn't bother even jumping. It's headed back in by Miggy. It's on the ground. It's back to Shelby on the corner of the box. Takes a shot. Oh, it's beautifully saved by Nick Pope. To be honest with you, it was at a good height. And I'm actually not behind you anymore, Craig, so thank Christ for that. Yeah, he sets his sights, takes a little step forward, takes a shot. I mean, Pope's a big lad. It was never really going to go in. Even if it had been a little bit further to the corner there, it still would have been an easy save, I think. But we've got a very useful corner. It must be like the sixth one in a row, this, or fourth in a row, something like that.
Really I hate to say it, lad, but you know, this is ours to lose now.
Now you shut your mouth. In goes the ball from the corner. It's Jolinton's climbing. I think Maxi took a swipe and air kicked it. Completely ballooned it. He's been good today, Maxi. He's been a brilliant outlet.
You know, it's playing against Burnley.
He needs a goal then.
Yeah, he becomes another sub as Gailey goes up for a run. Freddie Ferdy's just sitting there looking a bit grim. Don't blame him, really. Rodriguez is coming on for Burnley. I'm not sure who's going off. Oh, it's Goodmanson's gone off. So Rodriguez, when his fucking man bun comes on.
He's played for him for a while now, hasn't
he? Yeah.
I don't know, the idea. And we've just took a throw in and we've just basically chucked it straight out of play to the keeper. So Pope's probably going to get on with this because he's only got 10 minutes of normal play. I don't suppose there'll be very much extra time as things stand right now. There's not really been, there's been anybody down writhing in agony, or there's been a few subs, couple of subs, so you see maybe a minute.
Man of the match so far, lads?
10 minutes to go. Oh, fuck me, that's a good question. Man of the match. That's just spilled past Shelby, but Lascelles is able to clean up. Lascelles again with a header away. It's out the halfway. Wilson's run onto it. Yeah, it's a good question. Who's the man of the match? I might go for Joe Linton again. He's done a canny shift as Joe Linton. He hasn't been spectacular, but he's been everywhere. He's been in deep defence. He's been in the middle of the midfield. He's obviously had a bit of an attacking threat. The ball spilled here to Burnley just outside our box. They spread it wide. There's two in the box here, and it's fucking ballooned it to the far wing. It hasn't gone out. It's still in play to Burnley. Manquillo stand up his man, who blocks the cross, and it goes for Burnley corner.
Corner ball.
Let's see the table while they're pissing around with this. The table as it stands is a bit like this.
So Southampton are obviously still in front.
Yeah. Ball went in and it's been cleared. I'll get my ugly face off the screen there. Cross went in there. Sorry, lads, I was busy doing that shit. It's crossed in. It's headed, I think, off the Burnley player. Yeah, it's a goal kick. It's off Rodriguez, actually. No, it's not. It's off Tarkowski, our future defender. It's probably call him Swarovski, that shit. Shit Jurgen. Which is just leaded glass. Like, they get bang on, like, it's something amazing. It's like leaded glass. You stick it in your front door, nobody gives you a great big advert about it.
And people pay for it, mate.
It's just bloody lead glass. I mean, I used to buy my mother those ones, like little shapes of animals and that. Just Shite, absolute shite. Like, it's worthless. Swarovski, where are leaded glass? Ooh, it's so awesome. Flick on from Wilson to nobody really. It's back with Nick Pope, who's getting on with it quickly. He's going to launch it all the way over the top of the midfield. Yeah, Burnley are just going to do this now. They're keeping 3 men up front here.
Still not overly comfortable with only having 1 goal though.
No, they've got 4 people up ahead of us here. We are really having to battle this. They've managed to get the ball to in front of Chris Wood, who's spread it out wide, and it's in the back of the net. It's offside.
Yes,
it's offside. Oh,
we're going to VAR though.
Shit. Oh my word! That's what we are worrying about. That is what we are scared about. Let's have a look at this replay. The ball is getting to Chris Wood eventually. You think he's going to kick it, but he spreads it out wide to. Whoever that was, Chris Wood. And
we're in the 84th minute.
Offside. He's offside.
Get in.
He's offside. I tell you what, mind you, Lascelles is tracked back there. No, was it Lascelles? He tracked back where all he had to do was step up. He was in absolute acres of space. He would have been well offside. I was about to launch Peppa Pig across the room. All right, so 83 minutes, 84 minutes, 1-0. We have just escaped a goal. Decision from VAR has officially ruled it as not a goal. It is still 1-0. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, I think we all feel the same as Dex here. Feel the same. Big Jer's having a good game. He certainly is, fairly.
We still haven't had a sub, have we?
No.
We haven't made a sub. We're getting leggy as well.
Ferdy.
Here comes Ferdy. Oh, here comes our boy Ferdy.
Oh, Miggy.
Yep, there's Miggy going off. It is. The results elsewhere are still exactly the same. 1-0 Southampton, 1-0 2, and obviously 0-0. Still 0-0 Wolves Liverpool. On a day where Chelsea got points.
Liverpool will be raging about that one with Chelsea losing it as well.
Yeah.
Man City can go top with a point clear, I think, if they beat Watford.
Yeah. Oh, can they? Is it that close?
I think so.
Let's see. City 30. Oh, yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. If it stays the way it is, yeah. All right, we've got a back 5 now, apparently, called the commentators. I still think we should bring Hayden on as that midfield protection because we do not want to be defending. It doesn't matter if we've got 5 or not. We should not be defending without any midfield protection. Sean Dyche is whinging about something. I don't know what time taken for the sub, probably. Yeah, he's looking at his watch. He's whinging. The referee's like, what do you want me to do about you, dickhead? Manquillo's got the throw-in right in front of Dyche.
And Dyche wastes more time, but he doesn't know it, so...
Yeah, Maxi's going to run at that. No, he's not. It's been cleared by Burnley over the halfway. So basically, this has been hoofball from Burnley all second half. They've made. There's no pretense of actually playing this game on the ground from Burnley today. It's just been simply launch it down the wing, launch it over the top of the midfield.
They're preying on a mistake. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Volman's just got one. You know, you can't blame him. Dexter saying make his best game in a while. He's been all over the place, in fairness. Referee's carded Manquillo for taking forever to take the throw-in. Throw-in's taken, falls to Maxi, who I think is getting a bit leggy. Charlie Taylor just launches it into the air. He was expecting distance, but he just went and hit the moon. Westwood with a massive launch over the top. And there's a man in Burnley.
Dubravka's all there.
Dubravka was flat-footed there. He was on his back foot. I'll tell you what, this Rodriguez is already getting in here.
I don't think he got a call until late there, Dubravka.
The ball's in front of him, mate. You can see what's going on. I mean, you know, he can see. He knows if he needs to come out or not. Fuck, mate.
Also, like a rabbit's nose here.
All right. How are we feeling? I've got the fucking bombers run at the minute.
How are?
Another long over the top ball from Burnley. It's a head on, calmly dealt with by Lascelles to Lewis, who kicks it straight up the pitch towards Wilson, but it doesn't make it straight up there. So we're actually back in Burnley's half here. Throw into Pope. They've got the rocket up their arse. You can see that Burnley are really trying to push the issue here. They've got about 5 minutes to make something happen, and West don't look very leggy at the back here. We are keeping Wilson and St. Maximin on the halfway line, which is good news for me.
Nice.
Beautiful covering from St. Maximin there. Chases man down on the 87th minute. He must be absolutely exhausted by now. Balls into the box. We have to stop them happening. Burnley diving all over the place like an idiot.
Is there a blade of glass Joe Linton hasn't covered?
I'm telling you, I think he's my man of the match. Like,
yeah, he's a workhorse, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's absolutely furious at the Burnley player here. Got his shins clipped as the ball was going out, as Joe Linton was trying to protect it. Joe Linton's a fucking shit out, isn't he? He looks like Eminem, but with that haircut. But he's a brick shit out, isn't he?
He is.
He's really pissed. I want to see a replay because he's furious.
Gonna get booked for dissent here.
The cells tell him to shut his gob and move on, which he has, thankfully. He's still giving him the evils. He's getting evils. The Burnley guy. He's gonna have a rap about him one day, probably.
He's such a large fella, isn't he? He's huge.
He is. If we could just get him to score a few goals, man, that'd be absolutely brilliant. So Burnley managed to get the ball forward under a lot of pressure. And we've kicked it out. It's 5 yards out of from the deadline. It's going to be a long throw in by those things. Burnley are packing the box.
Gonna be a fair amount of extra time. I want to say 5 minutes.
89 minutes. I reckon about 3. In comes a long throw. The box is absolutely packed. It's fallen loose and it's been cleared by Wilson, I think. Yeah. Maxi's chasing down the ball. Look at this.
Down on Maxi.
Look at this. 89 minutes chasing down the goalkeeper with the ball here. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Love to see it.
That would have been a foul, but the referee's played play on, but he might actually pull that back. Shaw's protecting the wing. Balls are still got in, and Shelby's managed to power volley it out. This is nervous. We're actually playing the game in the wrong half here. Well, look at this. Look at this. The ball, we're in our half. There's no pressure on the ball here. He's had all day to cross that ball in, and it's went straight through the defence. That was absolutely disgusting.
That could have went anywhere, that
was absolutely disgusting. He had all day to make that cross, and by the fucking grace of Jeebus, it's managed to go all the way through. I don't think anybody has touched it. Let's have a look. No, it's went straight through. I think that should be a goal kick, so we'll take about 10 minutes on that.
How much extra time?
4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We are 4 minutes away from the first win in 17 attempts. Looks like we've got a sub coming on.
4 of the longest minutes you're ever going to wait.
Murphy's coming on.
Oh, Murphy and Maxi's coming off. Is it Maxi coming off?
I'm happy with that. Maxi's run himself into the ground.
He has. He's been brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant. Just right at the end there where he chased down Nick Pope, that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Everything like that. I absolutely love everything like that. Getting an ovation from the home crowd, as you'd imagine after a performance like that. Brilliant. On comes Murphy. I guess that's like for like.
I love how Dyche is whinging to the ref when he's literally been in his back pocket for the last 80 minutes.
Yeah, I still don't know what Hayden's got to do to get a game, especially on a day like this where we need to have this win. Willock, where the hell's Willock? Joe Linton's still running around like a blue horse fly. Look at this, brilliant. Wilson's kind of slowed down a bit. He's waiting for scraps. Shelby's nowhere in midfield. We need midfield here. We need Hayden. I don't know what's going on here. Our midfield is non-existent. Burnley moving the ball forward here down our wing.
90 seconds left.
We've lost it. We've moved it up the pitch. We've just kicked it loose. Our whole management box there is all waving everyone forward. Everyone get out of defence. They're trying to push the team up. But you can understand the team is basically just sitting back here. All the players, Eddie Howe's like going, get up the pitch, you dickheads. And they're all like, nah, we'll just stay back here, mate. Thank you very much. In comes the ball from Burnley. It's headed on from Chris Wood, and it's going to roll out of play for a goal kick. It is 92 minutes, boys. We've got 2 minutes, 2 bastard minutes to get through this. How are you, Mighty Mags?
Surely we don't lose anymore. Come on.
We can't balls it up at this point. Not even Newcastle can balls this up at this point, can they?
Didn't be saying that, mate. How?
Yeah, we can probably balls it up. All the fans are on the feet. It looks fucking
roar the final whistle's gone deafening.
It looks freezing. Amanda Staveley's ready to launch herself into the air by the looks of things. And her husband's right there as well. Hopefully he's going to do the same thing. Ball's gone forwards over the halfway. Jesus Christ. It's with Burnley and they're going backwards. They're going backwards here, which is exactly what Ron Murphy put a lot of pressure on their fullbacks. It's exactly what we need. But the ball is still with Burnley. It's in our half, but we have the ball and we've pushed it back to defence. Ferdinand spread that wide.
Lads. Hit for the corner.
To Manquillo. Why don't we just go back to... Manquillo's... I think it was Manquillo who played the ball. Oh, no, it was probably Lewis who played the ball at the line there and Willock fell over. But we should have played it back to Dubravka there, if you ask me. I was about... So it's with Burnley. It's a long, high ball towards the goal. Chris Wood's fallen on the ball. It's with Burnley. They're in the box. The cross towards the goal. It's went straight over the top of the goal. All the fans...
40 seconds left, lads. 40 seconds left.
All the wangers are out in the crowd.
Oh, I can't take this.
He's meant to be clever. He thinks he's got the time and space to chip it over to Dubravka, but he's far too close. It's went straight over the top and smacked the disabled people in the
20 seconds to go. 20 seconds.
Boys, we may just have done it. We may have just spawned the first win of the season, the first win since Fulham last season. And with Scotty on this one, we are really up against it here.
We're already on the touchline right now. Right, it's
up.
94 minutes is up.
Gone. We are in the 94th minute. All eyes on the referee. Here comes Joe Linton with the ball. He's got 3 defenders in front of him. He's got Murphy overlapping. Murphy's on the ball. Takes a shot. Oh, it's just defended.
Corner ball.
It's got to be a corner.
Hey?
It's not. It's been given to them, and Popey has launched it without waiting. We are in 94 minutes.
Hoof it.
20 seconds. The ball's in the air. The referee's looked at his watch. Burnley still have the ball. They're coming down. No, he's dropped. He's lost it. And that's it. Full time.
Yes! Yes! Woo! Come on.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Stick. At the 15th attempt, Newcastle have won a game of football. We know how to do it. We know how to do it, man. We know how to win a fucking game of footy. Get in. 1-0 to Town. Oh, sweet baby Jesus and the Virgin Mary and the fucking cart.
Yes.
It is 1-0 to Toon.
Come on.
Oh, beautiful. Happy days. Happy days, lads. Happy days to everybody in the old comments there. Scotty, get in, son. Get in.
Clean sheet too. Yes.
Eddie Howe's clean sheet, Mags. Get in.
Clean sheet at the start.
Thanks with it, yes.
Come on.
There you go. That's all 3 viewers. Let's have a look at the table. Let's have a quick squiz at where we are. We are no longer bottom of the table. Look at that, boys. Oh, drink it in. We're second bottom of the table. Oh, doesn't it feel good? Oh, look at that. 3 points behind Watford. And if they manage to stuff it up this evening, English time, we will still be 3 points behind. That goal difference does not look nice. But
3 points behind is a lot better situation than we thought. So it's not over yet.
Holy shit.
Tell you what, though, drink it in, lads. Drink it in.
Oh,
a win.
Oh, God almighty. That goal that was lost, that was chalked off for being offside. Holy shit. I mean, we don't do it easy, do we? We do not do it easy.
Thank goodness for VAR this stage.
That was tough.
Oh, my fucking God. How are you feeling, Greg?
I don't know.
In three words, how are you feeling?
The fucking moon.
That's 4 words, you dickhead.
The moon, then. There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm going to send up a dictionary to Cairns. I'll be the only one up there, probably. What do you reckon, Bobby? How are you feeling, mate? 3 words.
Very relieved, mate.
Oh,
it's subdued.
I saw what you did there. I'm out with the moon as well. Like, I'm fucking well happy. That's pure wax there, mate. Clean sheet as well. That's a good point from Dix. Clean sheet. Doesn't have clean on these. I'm not even wearing on these, so I'm going to have to put these shorts in the bin, I reckon. Scotty's knackered, didn't do anything.
Feel the same, Scotty. Absolutely.
Chalmers, better get back to graft. You weren't at graft, were you?
Enjoy work, mate.
Mate, all right, it's a good way to spend your graft though.
It
The old
is not too
slide
shabby.
bit of footy on the old YouTube there.
It's
I think
4
quite
a.m.
hard.
here in 4 a.m. here in Ballarat, and I don't think I'll get to sleep tonight.
Nah.
It's
The
3 o'clock.
adrenaline stuff coming through. I forgot what that felt like.
It's alright, isn't it?
It
Feels
is
alright, doesn't it?
Oh, I prefer to win, that's for sure.
Why
It's
do
a
I do this
strange
more?
feeling, that's for sure.
Why don't we just keep doing that? Well, you know, what we're pissing around for with these draws? We've got like 19,000 draws. You know, we should be doing the win, man. That's where it's at. I feel kind of mint. Oh, look at that. Southampton 1-1 Brighton. 90th plus 10 minutes.
Beautiful.
That there?
90 plus 10 minutes.
It's got to be a big injury there.
Liverpool's managed to win. What the fuck? 90 plus 4.
So the results have fallen after we win. That's great. That's what we need.
Yep. So So who was that against? Saints and Brighton. So let's get that table back up again. I don't know how long you boys have got left to spend on this, but let's get the
I'm married.
table up. I feel fucking wrecked me. Let me just get rid of these banners. So Southampton went up a place by those things with that draw.
Yeah, but they're only 6 points ahead now, not 8.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So look at that. Everton and Leeds have dropped down a place. Still on the same points, obviously, but
So I'll let you tell, we're only 2 wins away from 11th spot.
Yep. That would be absolutely fucking mental, wouldn't it? That would just fucking ridiculous, wouldn't it, if we actually end up doing that? Yeah, so Watford City, you've got to think City are going to win that.
Yeah.
Leeds Brentford. That's a big game.
Like a draw.
Big game, that. Brentford on 16, Leeds on 15. I mean, we need a draw there, probably.
Draw there, yeah.
Palace against Man United. They don't really affect us. Spurs Norwich. Obviously, that's a big game. You'd like to think Spurs, but you never know what you get with Spurs, do you?
No.
And then it's Villa, Leicester City, and then Monday Everton against Arsenal. So there's a big game for Rafa Benitez against a rapidly improving Arsenal. You have to say, like, I mean, look at them up there on 5th. They had a really shit start of the season. Look at them flying up there in 5th place.
Mm-hmm.
In the Europa League places, or whatever the hell they're called these days.
So what do you think? We got Leicester next as well, away from home. They're not in great form, are they?
You never know with Leicester, though. I mean, obviously Reg Vardy's there, so he's always a threat. You know, you've got a bunch of good players in Leicester. To be fair, like, I mean, if we play like that today, they'll have our pants down all day, like, because we were all over the place today. It was the opposite of Norwich. Norwich, I don't know if it's because of the opposition. I mean, presumably it was, but Norwich, we looked in the first few minutes, you knew that we were going to win this game. It was all about us. We were taking it to them, and Norwich were kind of like, our ideas almost straight away. But Burnley was completely different. They really took the game to us in many ways. Played their shit out tactics, and so when it comes to Leicester, I think I'm a naturally pessimistic person. Although I like to say I'm like a realist, but yeah, there's a bit of negativity in there. I'll be blatantly honest with you, but I think Leicester will be a difficult game. I don't think it'll be a 4-1. Put it that way, like it was last season. You know what I heard about that win? It was 4-1. It was unexpected, but then they took like a team picture in the changing rooms, like as if we just won the cup or something. Like when I beat Leicester. And they're all like lying around on the floor, like going, "Hey, get in, we're mint 4-1 Leicester." It's like, oh man, you fucking small league, you know. I don't know. It's only fucking Leicester. It wasn't like you won the FA Cup or anything. This
win will at least get the monkey off the back a bit and hopefully release a few of the shackles from our players. So it doesn't become an impossible game though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look at what Leicester away last season, 4-2. We were 4-0 up.
I know. Well, I'm saying, like, I don't expect that kind of game this time around. Like, but like Bobby says, you know, I mean, you'd at least expect that to give us a bit of confidence. The fact that we actually managed to kind of win a game.
Would you take a point off Leicester right now?
I probably would, to be honest with you. I mean, we need to keep the unbeaten momentum going, if not else. Which is only 2 games, obviously, but. You know, it's an improvement. If you can, I was just about to say there, we've managed to beat a team around us, right? Which is what you always have to do if you want to survive. You've always got to beat them teams in the shit. it's no good really beating the teams above you because they don't really matter to you. You've got to beat the teams around you that matter, and you end up leapfrogging them, you know. So I probably would take a point against Leicester. What would you do, Bobby?
Yeah, I think just points on the board now. I think, like you said, I think the winnable games we've got to win, and if we can steal a few draws and wins from the ones that you don't, look, I look at Leicester, I look at Man United at home, and I look at Everton away as we're not totally out of it. So if we can get maybe a win and a couple of draws from those games, it'll be okay. Obviously, we got Liverpool and Man City in between that, which, well, you know, you wouldn't put us down for any points for those two games anyway. So I think those three games I'll earmark before Christmas. Leicester, Man United at home, and Everton away as, you know, games we can get some points from. Whether that's a win or a draw depends on how we play on the day and what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect any points against Man United either, to be honest with you, especially now that they've got Ragnarok coming in, who, you know, he was linked to us for quite a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But apparently he's got common sense, so he decided to wait for the Man United game instead. I reckon someone put out a whisper in his ear and said, look, you know, Ollie's going to get the sack. You know, so they haven't gotten the shit out United up in northeast of nowhere.
Yeah.
And about for the Man United job, it'll be yours when it comes up in a couple of weeks. I reckon that's probably what happens. Say goodbye to Scotty. Cheers, Brian, for your company. Thanks very much for your chipping in with the comments. Appreciate it. Yeah, hope to see you on the next one. Whatever that is. Dex here saying that the passing was terrible. I mean, to be honest, some of the passing was nice. There was some bit fluidity down the wings at times, but we end up playing Burnley's game. I think at the end of the day, we end up playing that. Just lob it, just, you know, keep it. It was like for most of the time, it was in the bloody air. You know, you're nutting it, or you're lobbing it over the top of midfield. I think that's got a lot to do with the fact that the passing was a bit difficult because it was always under pressure. It was definitely Burnley's game that we played. We somehow managed to win against the team that really dominated the style of play. So, you know, you have to take a lot of credit from that. The midfield to attack, again, I mean, a lot of times it was jumping over the top of midfield, wasn't it? Willock wasn't particularly effective, I don't think. But you wouldn't expect him to be in that midfield position either, not as far as a defensive midfield, like someone who links the defence to the attack. You wouldn't really necessarily expect. He's more of an attacking midfielder who runs onto balls or picks up in midfield and just goes at goal. You know, he's not really the kind of person who builds from the back necessarily. You kind of expect Shelby to do a bit more of that linking up play. That's kind of what he is. He's more of a connect to the defense to the midfield to the attack. He's the one who kind of starts the moves down the wings a lot of the time and through in the middle as well. So I think a lot of that is down to just the fact that Burnley managed to impose their style of shithouse play basically on the team. What do you reckon, Craig?
Yeah, literally hit the nail on the head there. You know, we need that box-to-box midfielder. You know, somebody Kabay like. We haven't had somebody like him for. I mean, when did Kabay leave? What, 10, 12 years ago?
Seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
It does. He was the ultimate box-to-box midfielder for me.
He was
best player in midfield we've had consistently anyway under the Ashley era. He was
what a buy he was, mind.
4 million, I think we paid for him.
Yeah, and he went to PSG and stayed there for like 2 minutes and then fucked off back to
Palace.
Of all places. Palace,
he went back with Pardew though, didn't he?
I know, but I mean,
Pardew,
of all people, Pardew, you know.
Yeah, I mean, 4 million. He was the Lille captain. I think they won the title the year he came over as well.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty sure they did, and to get him for 4 million.
That was during that was during our phase where we basically raided the whole of France, wasn't it?
Yeah,
well, kind of signed that national French day, remember?
Yeah, I did all the baguettes and stuff. But the French thing, that I mean, the reason why that was so successful, if I remember rightly, is that we were getting word about release clauses. Yeah. So the 4 mil, I think, was the release clause for Kabay. It wasn't like a bid that we just put in. I think that's what we paid to get him out of his contract.
Yeah, as soon as we unlocked it, we got
absolute peanuts, you know. Yeah, and we did the same thing for Debussy, I think, and that's a good point from Dexter. Actually, no, Wijnaldum was pretty good linking up the midfield.
He went missing at away games though.
He did. Away, he was a bit shit away. Aye.
Wasn't that consistency?
Did he go to Barca? Is he Barca?
PSG.
PSG. Is he getting the game? Do we know?
Nah.
He's not doing well, apparently. I'd take him back in a heartbeat. He was under McLaren. McLaren, don't forget, for a lot of that.
Steve. Steve. I remember him saying that he wanted to be at the club for a long time before he actually fucked off to Liverpool at the first opportunity.
We went down, so he was hanging around.
I know, but nonetheless, I mean, maybe he did want to stay at the team for a while. It'd be interesting to see if we can get him back. Those kind of players. But you see, if he's at a big team like PSG with shit tons of money, he's going to have a massive release clause on him. And like, what age is he at right now?
He'd be 30. Close to 30, 29.
Yeah, so you're not going to pay 40 mil or whatever these release clauses are probably going to end up being. And PSG don't have to sell him; they can just stick him on the bench, and he can stay there until he rots. I mean, it's not like they need the money unless FFP kicks in or something. They're not doing a Barcelona where they have to fire sale it, to just survive. Anyway, so what is it? 3:10 Queensland time. 4:10 for poor old Bobby down there in freezing cold Victoria. I don't know about you, but I reckon that's probably enough for the live view. Should we do a quick wrap up? A few final words from you, Craig.
We won a game. Wasn't pretty. Didn't need to be. Goal was very well taken from Wilson. Given how quickly it came to him and the amount of people that were in front of him. Very, very well taken. Proper striker's goal. Made
it himself though. That's what I love about that goal. He made it himself. He didn't just sit on his arse and hope for the ball to land to his feet. He saw there was an opportunity there and he got on top of it, made the space for himself, and then beautiful place into the far corner.
And the player that's went under the radar today, Jamal Lewis. You'd think he's been playing every game because he hasn't lacked any confidence. There's no rust or anything like that. He's just come into the squad and done what he's been told to do.
But is that a sign of how shite it's been beforehand? Like that we can sort of see someone come in and do a normal job and think like, fuck me, he's mint. As opposed to like, Richie, who doesn't deserve to be there. He's obviously a forward and wing forward. And whenever he's in, all you can think of is just how shit he's doing. Is it just because of that? Or is it because he actually did a decent job today?
He has done a decent job, and he's done a decent job at Arsenal to a certain degree. Not at Arsenal, sorry, at Norwich. He done all right there. But I mean, that was his first competitive league game since last year, I think it was. Starting anyway, I know he made a subs appearance earlier on in the season for like 5 minutes or whatever. But the fact that he comes straight into the game, settled down in a back four, which he's probably not even that familiar with, to be honest. In terms of actual playing with in a competition style thing. But I think he could be one of those players that we look at and go, why wasn't he there from the very beginning? But obviously, Bruce being Bruce, I'm surprised he didn't put fucking Dubravka up front at one point. Stupid what he was. He has to start every game.
Until we've got someone better. He's definitely the best option we have right now. I just want to say a quick goodbye to Dex for tuning in. I want to say a quick goodbye and a thank you to Dex for tuning in. Great to have you along, Dex. Hopefully we'll have you on the pod at some point. And if you can join us for the next live view, whenever that might be, that would be awesome as well. So cheers, Dex. And last words to you, Bobby.
Yeah, I said at the preview podcast for this one, just win. So happy to take the win and look at the table, which looks a little bit better now. And what an assist from Sharp, by the way. Perfect.
Oh, beautiful. If you can bum the keeper onto his arse and let the ball spill to Wilson, who just runs it for a little simple tap in, then what?
It's an easy game. It's an
beautiful assist. Beautiful assist. I agree with the BBC. That was a beautiful assist. My final thoughts, I suppose, are just that I'm absolutely knackered. I'm proper exhausted from that. It's been a while since we had an end to a game that we were about to win, that we could just casually sit back and think, oh, easy as fuck this, this is in the bag. Newcastle does not do an easy last 5 to 10 minutes to the.
Don't know how to.
They put you through the absolute ringer, and that when that goal went in, I was just kind of like, that's just sort of what I was expecting, basically. I'm not surprised that goal's gone in on the 87th minute.
Just got an email from the new NUFC store that celebrate a win and you get 25% off the whole store. So,
holy shit!
take
club's
advantage
losing
of
its
that,
mind,
boys.
isn't it? Even the club's bloody celebrating. There'd be fireworks going off the Gallagher right now, I'd imagine.
Reckon
Is
we'll
it
I'm
see
waiting for the
it off.
DVD release of this game, to be honest.
There'll be all mags down the big market kicking the shit out the phone booths and all that, you know. All right, lads, I've had a brilliant time. It's been excellent on the watch along with
Thanks,
you two. It's
guys.
been absolutely fantastic. And cheers to all the people who
Everyone
tuned in.
still watching, please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow on Facebook if you can.
Aye, we've really had a great time having you along. It's been brilliant. And how are the mighty mags?
Hey.
Cheers, boys.
Lads.